Boom. All right, what's up, you guys? Welcome back to Overdose. I'm your host, Don Jaye. Today, I'm joined with a couple of special guests in the building today. Starting from my right, I want you to introduce your name, your relationship status, and your age.
I'm Jaden. I'm single right now, and I'm 20. So.
Okay.
I'm Naya. I'm 21 and complicated.
Oh, shit. Here we go again with this complicated shit.
I'm Jaye. I am 21 and I'm I'm single.
I'm Alyssa. I'm 23 and I got the ring.
Oh,
Very good.
Mm-hmm.
Next.
I'm Miko and I am engaged. So
Okay.
I'm 26.
Okay.
I am Sky. I am single, and I'm 26.
Hi, I'm Angie, and I'm engaged. Oh, hold on, wait. Okay.
Yeah, show it off. Show it off.
Yes. I'm 26.
I know. All right. Say lit. All right, let's jump right into the reaction video, actually.
okay.
So y'all ladies are just going to give y'all personal opinion on what you guys are going to see.
Oh, Lord. Not
Fresh, great idea was don't tell Myra until today. So we walk in, you first see Brittany Renner, and we're thinking you're probably gonna be like, okay, shit, we're gonna have this great debate. But you said initially, like, I don't think there's much to really like debate. Why?
Well, I mean, here's the thing. We've always said it, like, men and women, we're very different. We have opposing goals. Like, girls are trying to, get resources, time, attention out of guys. Guys are trying to get sex. And girls, a lot of the time, are trying to get what they need to get out of dudes without necessarily giving it up.
Okay,
and
pause it real
some
quick.
girls are good.
And then go back to us. Ladies, how do you feel about that starting from my right? Is that true so far, that you guys are trying to get resources and not necessarily sex?
I mean, to a certain extent, yeah.
Okay.
'Cause
So when you first meet a guy, like, what are you trying to get from him?
Look, get to know him at first, because it's 2022. I'm tired of playing games.
Okay.
Look, I'm trying to get like them.
Yeah.
I'm trying to get like them, okay?
Okay.
But, yeah, it's just not cute. It's not cute no more.
Okay. And then what about you?
I 100% agree. I feel like in relationships, we kind of skip the friendship part and go straight
Mm.
to
Right,
sex and
okay.
into a relationship
Mm-hmm.
without you fully knowing the person.
Do you feel like the friendship part is very important?
100%.
Okay. All right.
The friendship part definitely adds the stability to the relationship. But as far as like what we're looking for, resources, I feel like the roles are kind of reversed these days now. Like,
What do you mean?
I feel like women are giving more resources than men these days.
She in the background like, yes, girl, speak up. When you say that, what do you mean? Like money-wise, what do you mean?
On top of that, financially too, mindset-wise, I feel like the goals we are trying to reach are just kind of like outdoing men these days, and they're just very stagnant at where they're at usually.
I'll drink to that.
I'll drink
Okay.
that too.
But I got to push back on that real quick. Do you think that's the guys that you keep choosing?
That's the guys that approach me, first of all.
Mm.
Period.
It's just the dudes that approached me personally. Yeah, like I feel like their goals are very stagnant. They have high ambition, and we kind of were speaking on that earlier. They talk a lot, but a lot of them don't speak on do on the actions that they speak on.
Okay.
Yeah.
Talk to me.
Resources are nice.
They're nice.
And the sex is good too.
Yeah.
I want everything. Shoot.
Okay, if a guy had good resources versus not good sex versus a guy that has
I don't know.
great sex and no resources, and this is for all the ladies.
Well,
to
I
answer.
do feel like you can always teach him how to shake the thing, But
She's shaking her head like, no, you can't. You can speak
I
if you
feel
want
like
to
you
speak.
could always work on that.
Yeah.
I mean, but if it's little, it's a no.
That's a different story.
That's a different story. Yeah.
How about uncircumcised?
Ooh.
Wait, what?
What the
The fuck this shit going right now? So you got some dirty dick. That's what you're saying.
What?
You got some stigma in that bitch.
Oh, no.
All right.
What about uncircumcised?
What about you?
Me.
You, yes.
Repeat the question.
I need them buttons. So for you, the question is, for when it comes to women, are you trying to get resources or are you just trying to go with the flow? What are you actually trying to get when you're dating someone?
When you're actually dating someone nowadays, it's like they have to match your same energy. It's
Okay.
like you can't sit there and provide.
Could you speak into the microphone for me?
You can't provide. You can't provide one and the other isn't providing the same. It's like at this point, it has to be the same resources given. Nowadays, if it's like the woman looking for the man having the resources, like, oh, gold digger. But it's like, what do you call the man that's looking for the woman that has the resources? You give him nothing. So to be fair, just everybody has to have the same resources.
Hold on. You think men and women should have the same exact resources when it
You
comes
have
to
to match
bringing
men
to the
and
table?
Women should be.
You have to match the energy, absolutely.
Right.
I'm not about to pay for you, and he doesn't want to pay for me because he thinks I'm a gold digger. So
Right.
Says
you
who?
have to match society.
Society. Okay.
But also says your individual, like what you want and your individual preference and what you're looking for.
That too.
Okay.
I think a lot of the men who are always on some like, oh, women just want money, women just want da da da, da, you know, are just speaking from a place of lack and insecurity.
Yes, girl.
And you know, they might want to go like sit somewhere and have a conversation with somebody and figure some stuff out.
Like what? Give me an example.
Men who are constantly berating women and talking down about women and saying, oh, they only want money, they only want this, they only want that. Go have a seat, dig deep within yourself, figure out what you got going on, you know what I mean? And why you can't like, why you're attracting this, but why you can't be a certain person, like be a certain way.
Okay. Do you think men are saying that or you think women are saying that?
I think men are saying it, which is what I said.
Okay.
Sorry.
Just what I said. Okay. All right, next.
Okay, finally. So what I would be looking for in someone is I'll be looking for someone spiritually, like what they're on a spiritual level.
Oh, she's so
So
cute.
that way I can connect with them. You know, if we both are not on the same page spiritually, I'm not finna be there with you, and mentally and physically and financially. So that's how I feel.
But
Okay.
spirituality
Okay,
comes
spirituality.
first.
Okay.
for her.
Can you give me an example of like what is spirituality?
He needs to believe in Jesus and God.
Oh, so like religion.
I wouldn't say religion, because religion is a whole different story from spiritual. Because religion is like what churches like.
Yep.
You say, oh, you gotta wear this, you gotta wear that, you know. So like, no, come as you are. But I'm on like a spiritual level, you know, with God, meaning the higher being. You get what I'm saying? But religion is more a deal on laws, and God is not about laws. You know, He's about anybody. You know.
Okay.
Come as you are, anybody.
Okay. If a guy had a different like religion and background when it comes to that type of thing for you, would you be willing to overlook that if he had like great personality or great qualities?
I wouldn't.
You wouldn't?
No.
Okay.
No, I can say this, like, not really. Like, I would give him that chance, you know. I'll give you a chance,
Yeah.
but if we are unequally yoked,
Right.
why are we together? So,
I would no.
Yeah,
say
I
that.
don't-
Money.
I don't
Who said?
Honestly, personally, like, who cares? Like, as far as like religion, I mean, you know, it's to each his own and stuff. But as far as spirituality and like, I kind of go back to like labels and shit.
Okay.
What you are, who you are, is made you like a certain way. Like, I mean, whatever the fuck you do, like
Yeah.
whatever you believe in. Like, if we connect on a certain level, literally, it doesn't matter. If you're Muslim and I'm Christian, I will
Right.
literally pray with you.
Okay.
No, yeah. I think what she meant is that she would like to share the same values as her partner.
Right.
Yeah.
That's what she was
Yeah.
trying to say.
Okay. Trent, roll it. These comments are funny as fuck.
Good at that. Some girls aren't, and then there's other girls that are kind of models for that are good at finessing dudes. And not to say that you're a finesser, I ain't saying that, but girls are able to, you know, run laps around a lot of guys, and that's why our podcast exists, to help dudes out to understand like how women operate and how they move.
No,
So-
that's a different point of view.
Wait. Where do you think she fits in that? Because you know, I think her point of view would be diametrically opposed to you guys by saying, well, I'm not the exact typical person who you may think dudes are running into, or you're trying to tell people to stay away from.
I mean, well, sure, she could tell. She was saying that we're wrong, I guess, about that.
Well,
So
I
you
want-
tell us a little bit about yourself.
No, I think you know more about me than I do myself. So you're
Oh,
saying
no.
no. Obviously you do though, because you said that you warn guys about girls like me. So tell me about girls like me.
Just
Humor
women
me.
in general. Like, I mean,
Well,
there's
no, don't women in general, because you literally specifically said before we got on here
This was an off-camera
that
conversation.
you,
Pause it real
yeah,
quick.
you did.
All right, starting from this side, what are some signs that a woman belongs to the streets, or some red flags in general?
Go and G.
I'm all for women, period. So I can't really speak on that because I don't think the way they like it's some other woman's opinion. So that's on them.
Okay, cool.
That's tough. I feel like a lot of really confident, empowered women can read a certain way, and that could like be a thing.
Okay.
But yeah, I don't. That's a hard question.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna pass this one because I don't know.
Oh damn.
Oh my God, here we go. All right,
Women
Trent,
empower women. Women empower women.
play it.
Ah. You tried it.
Did say that
That's
you warn guys about girls like me. So now that we're face to face, what kind of girl am I?
You're not special. You're like other girls.
I'm not special.
Like, you're like other women that are
So
like.
what makes you special then?
Right. What makes you special? Baby?
I never said I was.
About that.
You're trying to say, well, what makes me different from like a lot of women operate the way you do. Which
And how do
is,
I operate?
He can't
in
speak.
general, what I just said
He
before,
can't speak.
women, it's a dance between the two genders. Men are trying to get sex. Women are trying to get resources, time, attention, whatever it is that they're looking for. And a lot of girls play the game better than guys. We talk about this openly on our podcast. And we're teaching guys how to not necessarily get finesse and get what they want out of girls, which a lot of times is intimacy, but they're not able to get it. But girls are easily able to obtain money, time, resource, attention, whatever it is. Girls are running laps around dudes, which is why podcasts like ours exist.
Do you believe that Brittany has been effective in extracting, as you say, time, resources, and other things out of dudes?
Yeah, to a degree, sure. Yeah. I mean, like, a lot of girls want to do. I mean,
Okay,
well, here's the
pause real
thing.
quick.
You've been.
Let me go down the line, starting with you. Have you ever been on a date with someone that you were not attracted to?
No, because I don't do that.
Okay. You have? All right. Okay, what made you want to go on this date?
Money.
Money? The guy had money, or the date itself was like a very extravagant date?
The guy had money.
Okay.
1,000%.
Okay.
Honest.
That means yes. Okay. Listen.
Oh, me. I thought she went already. She didn't go? Oh.
That was my answer.
Oh,
That was her answer.
My bad. Yeah, I have. I've actually gone on a date with somebody that wasn't physically attracted to. But you know, in my defense, I kept it real abrupt. I said, I don't even like you.
God damn.
I don't even like you.
Okay.
Oh my goodness, I never know when it's my turn. You just gotta point.
Okay, I got you. Right, every time after Alyssa, it's your turn. Okay.
I've never gone on a date with somebody that I wasn't physically attracted to, but I do give men the benefit of the doubt. 'Cause I do see potential in certain people, and that's when I do allow them to take me on a date. Then after that, they just have to prove themselves not worthy, but prove themselves that they have their stuff together.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not going to sit there and be like, oh, I'm going to go on a date with someone, they have no house, they have no car, they have no ambition.
Yeah.
So that's the only difference. So I will give somebody a chance if I give them the benefit of the doubt of like, okay,
That they
you
have potential.
You have potential.
Yes.
Go
Okay.
line.
Got you. Well, go ahead.
I have a question for that.
Go
right?
ahead. Talk to him.
Let's say on the first date he has all that, because I've been through this, right?
Mm-hmm.
He has the car, he has the apartment, he has all that, and he loses that on the second date. How do you feel about that?
He says you what? You lose.
Like he loses, like the second date, third date. Like he
What is
loses-
your backup plan? What is your backup
He
plan?
loses
though?
the apartment.
What's
So
your-
that's the backup.
That's,
Okay.
that's the potential portion. That's what I'm
Right.
talking about. It's like, okay, like shit happens.
Right.
It's like nowadays shit happens. What is your backup plan? What is your plan B on that? If you have none, what are you going to be able to provide me
Right.
if plan B needs to come up?
Right.
Look, she knows what
Okay.
she's talking about.
Okay.
Good.
Next. Yeah.
Yes, I have been out with someone that I wasn't immediately attracted to.
Okay. And then what was the reason? Like, why did you give them a chance?
For me, I'm very into like personality, you know, and that can like humor, stuff like that. That can win me over sometimes more than like immediate attraction can, you know, and there are different forms of attraction. So
Right.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, so I just would say I would have to vibe with that person. You know, we gotta be on the same level. Meaning, well, I wouldn't say same level because you know sometimes you know I may be at a low point, he may be at a low point, or financially. I would say I would give them a chance. You know.
She's a kind soul.
Okay.
Yeah, I am very
Sweet
kind.
little thing.
But, you know, if I see you not picking up your game or doing right, you know, I'm not finna deal with that anymore. So, yeah. I would
Okay.
say
Okay. All right, we got a super chat. EP says, "Women will waste your time if you let them, fellas." Women, do you have anything to say about that?
Men
before you
will
close?
waste your time
No,
if you
look.
let them, ladies.
Look,
Men like to get their time wasted.
You guys
Wait,
Wait, hold on. Who likes to get their time wasted?
wait,
What
wait,
man? Who said that? Who said
This
that?
person has been commenting this whole time. That,
Right.
That just shows that they're single and they have no idea what they're doing, so they can keep
They're
commenting.
bored.
What's
That's
going
why they're
on with your
watching us.
Saturday
Not that
night?
they're bored.
Not that they're bored. But what would you? What? Who said that when he said men waste time? Go ahead, talk to me. Talk to me.
I mean, personally, I feel like a lot of men
Mhm.
kind of like, if not say it, show it in their actions. Like, honestly, you can waste my time. I really don't care. Like, I'm not really like ideally, say, looking for you or something like. You know what I mean? Like,
Mhm.
that's what I feel.
What's your
like.
definition of waste time? And this is for all ladies.
Just sex, I guess, or like just
Per.
yeah, like literally. I mean, that's
Right.
if a man is not really like having sex with you, then
If women aren't looking for resources, men are looking for sex.
Yes. True.
It's the same equivalence,
Mhm.
just different time of day, right?
Yeah.
Exactly.
So it depends on what time of day it is.
Okay.
Men can argue all day about what women want, resources and money.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, but then it's like men want sex and time.
Right. So
So
what's
it's not,
wrong?
What is
What's
the
wrong
evil
with
between
us?
the two?
Right.
Both are doing something of the same evil.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. You
Y'all
guys
are
are-
mad because we're using you for your resources, but
We're-
y'all trying to
y'all
use us
are
for
using
sex.
Our resources.
I'm reclaiming my time. I'm reclaiming my time.
I'm reclaiming my body.
There you go.
No, I think when generally speaking, they're mad because they're giving these resources and not getting sex.
Yeah.
You're combining the two.
But the
Huh?
whole point is that you are trying to use us for sex. And when we don't let you have sex with us and we use you for your resources, now it's a problem.
So you're combining the two is what I'm getting at. So it's like you're saying, well, it's like, oh, men are providing resources.
Mm-hmm.
And then it's like you're thinking women are still going after you about those resources. But it's like you're thinking men aren't going after you about sex, if that makes sense. We're talking about two separate entities.
Okay.
Right? Where is the middle ground?
I guess a relationship.
That's what I'm saying.
Uh-huh.
It's like, where do you establish that middle ground?
Mm-hmm.
That's where we're getting at. Because
Okay.
it's like one is using for sex, one is using for resources. Men provide resources, women provide sex. What is that?
Okay. I'm gonna address that at the end.
But can we talk
Okay.
really quick? Can we talk really quickly about
Yeah.
women who, you know, have their own resources and also use men for sex?
Period.
Like that's a thing too.
Right.
Oh, that's rare as fuck though.
No, but
Is
we
it-
gotta
Let's
we
give it a
gotta
buck.
hold ourselves accountable.
Let's give it a
though.
I
buck.
don't think it's that rare.
It's
I don't think it's
not.
that rare.
No, that's
It's
rare.
not, but you gotta hold yourself accountable though.
Dungeon.
What do you mean when you say that?
I don't know, just because I guess when we get on a man, we don't notice that sometimes we do it ourselves.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't think that's like right when it comes to certain men, and that's why they feel this way. But I understand where y'all coming from. I totally do.
Okay.
But you gotta think of it both ways. Though.
Yeah, 100%. All right, we got a super chat. It says, "I prefer to do what I believe in a relationship better than saying what I want. You can only talk so much."
I don't get that.
Me either.
Well, no, wait.
Like-
Speak
Proper
English.
grammar, please. Thank you.
Wait.
Yeah.
Well, I think what
Do
he's
what I
saying
believe
is
in a
I
relationship.
prefer to like instead of just talking all day, you know, I'm gonna show you. Like my actions are gonna speak louder than
Okay,
Believe
I'm
in a
saying.
relationship, though.
So
True.
I feel you.
Right.
I'm in.
True. True, but that's like, I think that's a little bit further down than the beginning that we talking about.
Okay.
Yeah. All right, Trent.
That's fair. That's fair.
They like you, girl. They like you, Miss Girl.
Who they like?
Alyssa.
So adamant about me being incorrect, and I don't know, and you don't know me, and all this other stuff. Tell me then. Maybe we're off. Who knows?
Well, I think first of all, let's bring it back a couple notches. Okay. So there's really a lot to unpack here because my first question to you is, what do you gain from telling girls that they're not special? How does that make you feel? I mean, I know everything. I know everything is a joke, but I'm asking you a real question. So, how does it make you feel? Because if I say you're a bitch ass nigga, that does something for me, right? If I insult you, or if I tell you you're not special, you're forgettable. What does that do for me? No, but that doesn't. But that's what I'm saying. No, but I'm saying. What if I call you, or if I just say that again, you're forgettable. That's why I didn't want to do you guys' podcast. Forgettable. Hate the setup. The name is underwhelming. I didn't really see the value in it. Right? That's how I feel. Right. But so that's fine. But for me, that's okay if it wasn't a fit for me. But I also don't need to, in a way kind of try to devalue what you guys have going on. Because at the end of the day, I may not agree with anything you guys talk about. Because honestly, I feel like when you've seen 2 or 3 videos, you've seen them all. But the reality is that I went to your guys' page. And I went to the different links and the different services and the courses that you guys offer. And I do see that there's a place for that. So even though it may not have been in alignment with what I am about, I can still give credit where it's due without trying to devalue you guys, because you guys are doing something special,
Trent,
right?
Pause it. Starting from this side, I want to know what you ladies think guys are lacking in 2022.
Oh.
Yes, you.
Look,
You.
What guys are lacking in 2022 is accountability.
In what way?
Yes.
Just in feel free to chime in. But lacking accountability when it comes to the standard of relationship, accountability towards, we talk about resources in a relationship when it comes to being a man in a relationship. Those things I think have kind of faltered a little bit in this day and age.
If you had it your way, what would you change it to?
From lacking accountability?
Yeah, like in in what way?
Talk to me.
All right.
In what way?
In what way accountability? Like being a man, quote unquote, or stepping up financially, quote unquote, or what?
It's not always financially, because this day and age, women make the big figures. It's not like his or her, or it's either way. But in the circumstance where the man is making the big figures, you step up in a man's way. If you're not making the big figure, you step up in a supportive way. And that means in the household, in whatever way you can approach support.
Yeah, I would actually agree with that.
Yeah.
Okay. Next.
I think a lot of men lack consistency. And it's so important, and it's so big.
Okay,
and it's so simple. Like,
no, it's not simple. Tell me.
Nah, it's actually simple as fuck. Like,
no, it can't be, because there's a difference between being consistent and being overly consistent, as well as under consistent. So if a guy's like hitting you up every single day, so if a guy hits you up every single day and says, "Good morning, I like you, I want to see you," blah blah blah, doesn't it get like, "All right, I need some space" type shit, or what?
No, I think that, if we're saying like, all right, I'm here, this is what I'm looking for, and you're saying I'm here, this is what I'm looking for, then you put in effort to consistently match each other's energy and be that for each other. And I think, and like, chick is busy and it's life and whatever, but I think a lot of times it's very easy, and it goes hand in hand with accountability, I think. But a lot of times it's really easy to like fall off from that, and
Okay.
And then it just fucks up the whole thing.
And in being consistent, in what way? Is it like physically being there, or is it like just communication consistently?
Communication is a big one.
Okay.
Communication is a big one, yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Well, dang, y'all just took what I was gonna say.
Okay. Talk to me.
It's so many. Let's just.
Yeah. So I would say communication is the key, especially for me.
Yeah.
If you text me, and I text you, and I text me back, don't text me 3 days later, I need to know right here and there, what we on. So
Yeah.
That's all I have to say.
Okay.
Communication.
Alyssa?
So they said communication, and I really agree with communication as well, because I think sometimes when y'all don't think you're doing something wrong, so you feel the need to not let us know what you're doing.
Okay. And what do you mean by that? Like going to an event, or
let
like?
me give you a good example.
Yes.
So my husband, right? his car is in the shop, so today he had to use my car to take something to the post office, right? And he made a stop, and I didn't know that he made that stop. And I'm like, damn, this was taking forever. Where you at? Like, hurry up, right? And he gets home. He's like, I'll tell you when I get home. Like, what happened? So he gets home. He's like, hey, I stopped here and here and here. And I'm like, damn, you over here whipping in my car. You didn't even tell me. Like, I don't think you're doing anything wrong, but I would like it if you communicated to me that you were going to do those stops. And then he goes, oh, but I didn't want to text and use my phone. I was like, oh, but you had to use your phone to see where you were going.
Okay, so just more communication.
Yes.
Okay, contextually. Okay.
Next.
The question was, I know you was going. What do you think men should be better or should be doing better in 2022?
What men should be doing?
And could you move the microphone closer to you?
Let me see. What men should be doing better in 2022? That's hard because men are men and they're only gonna do what they want to do.
Of course.
So I kind of just the question is like very vague. Like a man is only gonna want to do what he wants to do for a woman that's doing for him, I guess, in a way. So,
Okay.
But the problem is that they expect us to communicate,
but
we don't get in the same stuff in return. That's
Okay.
the problem.
Well, me too, because like I mean, I lack communication too, right? I like a lot of things, and so does a man. Like at the end of the day, it's kind of hard to answer. Like, what do they lack? It's like,
Well, what's the biggest thing for you that you keep seeing over and over again that is like the big factor? Like, that's why I can't fuck with these type of guys.
rappers? I'm just kidding.
All right.
Welcome to Atlanta.
Yeah, I'm about to say not
the rapper.
Atlanta rappers.
Yeah, everyone wants to be a rapper. Yeah, that's kind of hard for me to answer. I really,
Okay.
It's very, I don't know. It's just a back and forth type of thing. You know what I mean? If you like something, I mean, lately what I've been noticing, shit, I probably just don't give a fuck enough.
Okay. All right. We can skip. Go ahead.
We sure can't see the comments, honey.
I think it is just actions. Going back to men are lazy.
We can't see the comments, by the way.
Anyway, we don't address those comments. Let's go.
But yeah, I feel like being in Atlanta, everything is fast paced. So it is some months where you will have it. It is some months where you won't have it. And as your partner, as your significant other, you guys are supposed to balance each other out, correct? So I feel like if I am more of the financial provider for as of recently, keep the house clean.
Who are these men y'all dating?
Like, for real, keep the house clean.
Yeah.
Like, wipe the pee off the toilet seat. Like, why do I have to organize the kitchen? Why do I have to cook? Why do I have to put gas in my car, your car? Like, don't.
All right, I gotta ask y'all, ladies. Do y'all feel like that's the guys that you keep continuously choosing?
Like I said, it wasn't like this.
Okay.
It wasn't. And like I said, I understand people have their downfalls. People have their months. But when you're with someone for 3 or 4 years, you don't want to just break it off because this is a bad time for them.
100%.
But at the same time, you want to feel appreciated for all the work that you're putting on and all the weight that you're carrying because they can't carry their own load at the moment.
Yes. Okay. So it's like a temporary thing, but you want them to put more.
Too damn long.
Oh, okay. All right. And then
I'm gonna go back to the to the last question or whatever. Like where we were discussing earlier was just between us and stuff. We were talking about like there's a lot of dreamers, but like not enough doers.
Talk to me.
And I think that like that's a big thing, especially for people in our generation. We say that we're gonna do something, but then we don't do it.
Don't get no results.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But the thing is in 2022, and especially for me, like I'm doing a lot of stuff this year, and it's gonna be done. Like it's going to get done. Like there's no choice.
Yeah.
No choice about it. But if you're trying to talk to me and you don't have nothing going for you, like no goals in your life, like that's an issue for me.
Okay.
And that's automatically a turn off.
So no goals, but what about results like car, place, etc.? Does that matter right now for you?
Right now, look, if you have all that stuff, look, you got yourself. Look, if you have yourself together physically and mentally, that's attractive to me. But if you don't have it, then I don't know what. There's nothing going to be happening between us.
Okay.
That's all I got to say.
But what if you got like a lot of ambition?
Ambition?
Yeah.
Ambition don't help if you're not going to do nothing with it.
Okay. I'm just asking.
Okay.
All right. Trent. Bring back Chance, sexy ass. Who's Chance?
Because you guys are, I mean, are there a lot of other people doing what you do? You could consider your guys' podcast special, right?
I think what she's mentioned is like the self-help portion for dudes, where you guys offer services to help guys either attract or try to talk to women and really engage with them at a higher rate that you could potentially date them, right?
Yeah.
I guess the point that I think she's disagreeing with, right? When
I'm simply asking her to tell us about herself because we were so incorrect. So tell us about yourself. That's all I'm saying.
Well,
Went into attacking us.
No one's attacking you because, like I said, I never listen. There's a lot of people that will not sit down and have a conversation with you just because of the comments that you guys made. Well, you made, and you chimed in. So you guys are tweedledee and tweedledum kind of, right? So I'm here to have a conversation with you guys because for me, I feel like what a lot of male-dominated podcasts are missing is the bridge of understanding. So I came here not to argue you guys or to call you out of your name or to disrespect what anybody's doing because I felt like the interview I had with him, there were things that he said I didn't agree with, but I wanted to sit down and hear his point of view. So that's what I'm trying to do here. So for you to say you're not special, well, I'm special to someone, just like you're special to someone, just like he's special to someone. So for you trying to generalize all groups of women, then we would have to take it back to where this even began. Like why you even have this view of women. And like I said, you have a bunch of dumbass bitches on your guys' podcast, and I get it, they don't challenge you, and I know you're a really smart guy, but it's like, I feel like you need to kind of just be honest and show people who you really are. Like, I know that for people to be dragging you guys and take this little clip and say that's who you are, that's not true. So that's why I sat down and had this conversation. I'm not here to degrade you. So when you make comments, I'm saying when you make comments like,
can you skip
oh
ahead a
yeah,
little
no
bit,
women
Chuck?
are special.
'Cause they talking
So
about,
no
like,
woman is
personal
special. You guys are. So you're saying all you guys care about. There's no emotional need. It's just my dick, cum, sex. I want a hole.
Wow, you are triggered, man. Wow.
I think also
She wanted a whole rant right there.
Honestly, it's just I speak with conviction. Yeah, I mean, for you to say girls like me, I'm just like, okay, well, I'm assuming if I go off of what people have said about me, I'm a gold digger who finessed my boyfriend who I lived with and wanted to marry me and still would want to have more kids with me if I wanted to stay with him. I finessed him, and I guess I'm a gold digger. And so all girls
right,
like
let's
that.
bring this back full circle because you're speaking with a lot of emotion right now, and to be honest, you're not really making a point. I said at the top, men and women, it's a delicate dance between the two genders to get what they want. Correct? I said men want sex, women want resources, attention, money, time, whatever it is from a man. It changes per girl. Some girls want money, some girls want attention, some girls want time, or some girls want a hot guy, whatever it is. But there's a multivariate requirement from women of what they want. And men typically it's just sex. So in that regards of intersexual dynamics between men and women, I'm saying you're not special because you're like every other girl. You want to get resource, time, attention, or whatever it may be, commitment from a man, and a man wants to get sex from you. So when it comes to that, we're talking about biology of what men want from women. You are not special. You are just like every other girl, just like I'm every other guy. The difference is this. I'm not going to sit here and say, I'm special. I'm Myron Gaines. I can do this and that. We say it all the time, city boys up, blah. Like, we don't sit here and try to make ourselves look special. We're regular guys. We want sex. It is what it is. But women run around and say, I'm special. I'm different. It's like, nah, bro. Y'all don't live in reality a lot of times. You guys say, I deserve that. I deserve this. I'm special. Someone looks at me as special. Like, bro, at the end of the day, you're a woman. I'm a guy. You are playing the game to get what you want out of the relationship. I'm playing the game to get what I want out of the relationship, or temporary relationship, whatever it is. So I'm not going to sit here and say I'm special. That's what I'm talking about. You could say you're special in other regards, but I'm talking about between men and women. That is the game. That's how it is.
Pause that.
I'm tired of it.
I want to hear.
It's like he was like, well, while she was explaining herself and how she felt, it was like he was listening to her, but he wasn't really listening to her. It went in one ear, not the other.
And my thing is
like,
that fucking emotional word. I hate that shit, bro. Like,
What do you mean?
honestly, with the passion,
when they call us,
I don't know. Maybe it's
Okay.
my tone of voice, and I feel like that's a big part of it. Maybe my tone of voice, my facial expressions, how I raise it, lower it. I don't know. But emotional every time, and I can speak on this. I work in like a marketing firm, right? So I'm constantly. It's a man's business, right? And every time I'm kind of voicing my opinion, I'm kind of just speaking on what the issue is. The same issue that my male coworker just said. I'll say the same thing in my way. Oh, you're speaking from emotion. Oh my God. Okay, let me just tone it down for you for a little bit. Let me simplify it. Like, no, it's not that. I'm just literally speaking, and you're gaslighting me, and that's that. I hate that. Like, honestly,
And
that.
I think that she did a really good job
She composed it.
explaining herself.
she could have got really loud.
No,
got really
definitely. And I'm like, would it be different had she changed her tone of voice and said it Like, I feel like he got emotional and he was like, "You're not special."
Okay,
you
hold
know?
on really quick, and then I'm gonna let you guys all finish actually. Call in show. Number is 678-687-8348. Go ahead, finish up.
Oh, I was like, "You want me to call the number?" Star 67.
No, it's a call in show. Go ahead.
What am I saying? Yeah, so I felt
He got
like
emotional is what you were saying.
Yeah, I think he got emotional, and then when she brought it back and she was hitting him with the receipts and stuff, like, you know, all she said is like, "You don't have to disrespect me." Like, that's all I heard, right? Like, I don't have to disrespect you. You don't have to disrespect me. We can agree to disagree, you know?
I think what it came from was like a pride perspective. I feel like men carry themselves with pride first and then emotion second. And I feel like with us, we sometimes act off emotion first, and then sometimes we do kind of check ourselves and be like, okay, let me see how I can handle this a different way. But I feel like it was his pride.
Yeah.
And that gets in the way of a lot of men.
Okay, let me hear. Next, after listen.
Miko.
You're just gonna have to run it back.
Okay, all you're doing is just summing up. What are your thoughts on the whole entire thing?
Of that
Yes.
situation,
Yes.
that dumpster fire.
Dumpster fire.
When it comes to, she said pride, ego. Men have a lot of ego. I mean, like lower vibrational men have a lot of ego that hasn't been dealt with. So when they don't agree with women that are speaking facts, or they say speaking off emotion, it just shows to tell like they haven't done any growing up. So it's about the agree to disagree comment that Alyssa made. It's like, you don't have to disrespect me. I don't have to disrespect you. We don't have to agree on our opinions, but we are able to express ourselves in this room with our opinions and then move on from it. Some men have huge egos to where they can't accept that because they have some underlying issue or trauma in their life that they're not ready to take on the front.
Okay.
So that has nothing to do with me, but unfortunately, I'm getting the full force of it, right? So that's what I see in that conversation.
Okay.
He has issues either with his mother or his sister, and the fact no, I'm not
God
like
damn.
I'm not trying to disrespect him, but from what I see, if you're asking me, he had a sister that was probably ahead of him in competition, and the family loved her more. He either had a mother in a relationship that didn't show him the emotional support that he needed.
Okay.
That's all I see.
Okay.
It's a cry for help, basically.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm not one to bring men down. I'm not one to bring women down, but I'm going to advocate for women first.
Yeah.
Okay. And then what qualities did he show to make you think that?
Oh, you're triggered. Oh, you're emotional. He's projecting.
Yep.
Yes, absolutely.
The difference is with
Very
women,
reflective.
we open up that platform to where, oh, if you're emotional, men, we're going to allow you to speak on that. What is bothering you?
Okay.
In the other sense, sometimes it's just shut off from men because they think that's a red flag.
Okay.
And it's not. It's an open conversation. So I just see it as a cry for help because he's never had that platform to express himself to the point where he can release that emotion and not project it onto other women.
Okay. Hold on one second.
Who we calling babe? Who's it? Who is it?
Who is it? All right, caller. You're online right now. What's up?
This House of Matrix Malik. What's up, chat?
What's up? What's up? All right. What's your question or comment?
Can I ask 2 questions?
Yeah. Go ahead.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello?
Yes. Ask your question.
Yeah, okay, cool. So my first question is to Jada Illicit Pickett. Why are you so toxic?
Not pick it.
Y'all love me, huh?
I love it.
What's your second question?
You've been married one month? You already giving your husband commands? Like, damn, like...
Wait, what? Say that one more time.
Don't you want to know how to treat your man?
Obviously, I got the ring for a reason, honey. I'm doing fine. That's why you watching me.
Period.
And what's your second question, bro?
Yeah.
The second question, when you bringing this sexy ass back on the podcast?
Man, all right. Hit my line another time. We trying to do some real shit over here. All right, but thank you for calling.
They love us.
Love you, girl.
Who is he asking for, though?
Huh?
Who's he asking for?
I don't know. I'm trying to have a real conversation with this motherfucker.
I'm
All right.
good.
And then we had 2 more people that was about to voice their final thoughts.
I mean, I agree completely with what she said. Like, I feel like Brittany was saying, you know, facts. She was giving him just genuine responses to everything, and everything that he wasn't hearing any of that. Like she said earlier, he wasn't hearing any of that. His response was purely based on her saying this podcast and you are trash. He wasn't hearing anything else, and I agree.
Okay. And then lastly,
Yeah, I'm gonna just go with what she said.
she's gonna go with.
Yeah, because I feel the same thing. Every one of single y'all hit on that point about what she was saying and how she was just trying to sit down and have a proper conversation with them, and then he just kept going back to the same situation, you know.
And that you're being emotional was big. Like that was
Like you're triggered right now. Let me bring it back.
Right.
Yeah. Like,
That was clear as day. Like that was clear as day.
Okay. Did you guys?
Easy.
I know you talked about the way he spoke, but what are your thoughts on actually what he said?
He said nothing.
Stupid.
Okay. Who said?
Nothing of value.
So much of what he said was in response to her saying,
Off emotion.
"You're trash." Like
Okay.
he wasn't really. It was really hard for me to follow along with what his point was.
He made no point. But I feel like a lot of men talk like that. They find one word that you may say wrong.
They do.
Or they find something to start an argument.
The ones with bigger
So run
Okay.
on
Okay. All
sentence.
right. Let's pause for a second. I'm confused.
Men love to retaliate.
I'm confused. So, again, to put it all in a full circle, basically what it's saying was women typically want resources, time, attention, and men want sex.
But the point
Is the resources time and attention, or is the resources money? What's the resources?
It's all of those. So, time, attention, money, all that.
So a relationship?
Not necessarily a title, but resources.
Okay.
That's the issue. Do you see what we mean?
What?
I'm very
That's the
confused because I
issue
still
that-
don't get it.
Yeah. So if you're saying like resources are time, attention, and money, and then it's like that's a relationship, that's a title.
So women want relationships, men want sex. Was that what we're saying?
Not necessarily relationship, but resources. That's why he's used those words specifically.
Well, I don't understand what the
I
resources
think
are.
that's
Is
a
what I'm
safe
saying.
word right now. Is
Okay.
resources.
Oh shit, we got another one.
Say let them on.
Here they come. Here they come.
All right.
Yeah, let them on.
All right.
Ah.
What's up? You're on. Hello.
Check 1, 2.
Yes, you're on. What's up?
Testicles 1 2. Testicles 1 2.
I'm dead.
Yeah, I'm on live. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
All right, I can't really hear you. I hear the ladies loud and clear. But
Okay. Well, ask your question.
all right, so my question is, to the young lady that mentioned about being equally earlier, I heard you mention something about how God is not about laws. Can you elaborate on that? Because that's I don't know if I heard you correctly. That's technically incorrect.
That's right up your alley, girl.
Okay, so
Yes, ma'am.
I know what I said earlier. Okay, so about laws. Yeah, I know God is for laws, but what I was trying to explain myself is, what was he even talking about? I don't even remember.
Like, I don't even remember.
He was talking about how you said God is there's certain laws when it
I
comes
think
to like
And religion and spirituality.
Right.
That's what we're comparing.
God doesn't live off laws.
If
like,
I could
when it
jump
comes
in
to
really
men
quick.
being equal.
Yeah, talk to me.
I think the whole thing with that is we get so caught up in, you know, the condemnation of religion. You have to be this way or you're gonna burn in hell. Like, and this and I mean, yeah, you know, so many people, you know, live by that, and there are so many super rigid things that come with organized religion. But I think what she's saying is, and what I believe also, is the importance of someone understanding relationship and having a relationship with God and a relationship with spirituality versus, like, you know, living and dying by, like, religion.
Now he hung
No. This is another caller. But caller, no. Caller, what are your
It was
thoughts?
like, nah, fuck that.
What are your
fuck
thoughts?
that.
What are your thoughts so
Driver,
far?
I'm literally driving across the country right now. I'm watching the show.
Okay.
And I'm listening. Here's the
Oh,
thing.
where are you driving?
No. Don't worry about that. Anyway,
driver.
don't worry about that. Yeah, go ahead.
The
Talk.
thing is this. Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
The thing is this. You have to separate religion from the actual protocols and laws that God said to do. If you want to have a relationship with God and or a husband, it comes with protocols and practices that are required of you to do. Men are the same way. We have to obey and do things a certain way that God wants us to do. Therefore, you have to. If we have to be in order, you have to be in order.
Okay.
This is how a household and a family nucleus is supposed to work. Now, if men are out of order,
Trent, put the
women
camera
are
on
going to be out of order. You know what I'm saying? So the question is, do you really respect men and do you really respect God? If you do, we can have better relationships if the man is in order and if he can get women in order.
I don't like that you're saying if he can get
Who can
women.
get women in order?
Yeah.
God or the man?
God and men. God
No,
put
so
men
it's
in
not-
charge of women.
Hold on, one at a time, one at a time. Let the caller finish. Finish. Go ahead, finish your thing, and then I'm gonna let the ladies talk.
Hey, just so you know, it's hard to hear you, but it's easier to hear the ladies.
Okay.
Period.
Okay. All right. Well, pause really quickly, ladies. What are your thoughts on that?
I got something to say. I have something to say.
Go ahead,
So,
talk.
I don't really appreciate you saying that the men need to get us in order. Like
I agree.
I don't know why. Did he just hang up?
No, it's just more people.
It's other people
It's
calling
more
in.
people.
Damn, they want to talk to us.
So bad.
All right, so
They
I don't
love you,
really,
Alyssa.
I don't really appreciate you guys saying that it's your job to get us in order. Like, well, who gave you that job? Isn't your job to go fish for us women? That's why you guys chase us.
No. What do you mean? Hold on, I'm confused.
He's saying that men need to put women in order.
Okay. Yes.
Well, I don't
I'm
think he was
confused.
saying that.
But you said something else. You said
But she
it's
said,
your job to
do
fish.
you mean? She said, do you mean God puts us in order because he lives by the code? You know what I mean? And I'm like, and then he's like, no, it's men's job and God's job to put women in order. No, it's not your job to put me in order. When you're in a relationship, it takes two to tango. If you respect me, I respect you, and then we come and we join together to create and build further. You don't put me in order.
So you
that
don't
we can-
listen. So
Yes,
you and
but
your.
I just don't like the way he worded that. Like I
So
think that's
it's
so
how he words it versus what he
Yes.
actually says.
Yes,
Okay.
disrespectful.
Okay.
You don't think that's disrespectful, Donjay?
Not really, but
So sure.
next. Somebody else had to say something.
Okay.
All right.
We're speaking on like
Let's just go to
as
the
far
next
as like
caller.
Yeah, I'm going to the next.
Yeah.
What? No.
Go ahead, go
No, go ahead.
Please go to the next.
Because we were talking about like religion and like how that aligns in like relationships. And
Yeah.
stuff. I mean, I kind of said it earlier. Like, there's titles on everything. This is that. And that is
Okay.
that. Yeah, go ahead. Let's go. Change it.
All right. New caller. What's up?
Yo, what's good, Don J? It's Moise, bro. What's good?
What it do? What it do? All right. Ask your question or your comment.
All right, so I got a question for Shorty in the green, right?
Okay. Which one? There's two.
You said you don't like the fact that homie said that he got to get his girl in order.
Mm-hmm.
But wouldn't you say that a man who can't enforce boundaries on you is not a man worth being with? Isn't that the reason why girls hate simps?
Good question. I don't really think.
I said, wouldn't you say that a man who doesn't enforce any boundaries on his women is unattractive to his girl simply because he's not willing to speak up for what he wants in a relationship?
I think that's okay the way you worded that, like setting boundaries, because that's exactly what we need to do in a relationship is set boundaries
you're not
with
following?
each other.
No, they hear it. They hear it. She's talking right now. Go ahead.
You can't hear me? He can't hear us.
He can't. He should be able to. 100%.
Continue.
But continue.
I don't think there's anything wrong with
I
setting
said, wouldn't you
boundaries.
say, can you hear me?
No,
You guys hear
caller.
me?
The lady's speaking right now. Go ahead.
I don't think there's anything wrong with setting boundaries.
I said, yo, Don J, that's like,
Okay, bro. We hear you. We hear
All
what you
right,
said.
we hear you. Do you hear us?
you're distant. I don't hear the shorties at all.
Okay. All right. Okay. We'll just pause for just a second. Go ahead.
I don't think there's anything
Yo,
wrong.
I'm going to call back. I'm going to turn you up on my TV and I'm going to call back.
Okay. Elizabeth, go
Anyways,
ahead.
There's nothing wrong with setting boundaries. That's what this whole relationship.
But if you're
shit is
setting
about.
boundaries, aren't you putting something in place?
I mean, that's why we both set boundaries from jump. It's
Okay.
not like I'm doing something wrong and you're gonna be like, no, this is wrong. Da, 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 da. Like, this is a conversation that we have. You're not gonna. I don't like the idea that you guys have so much power over us, and we have to be so. Oh, I hate
What's the
that.
word?
What,
Submissive?
Into an extent.
Yeah.
And, I was having this conversation with somebody the other day. We were talking about religion, and I'm not even gonna do it. I ain't gonna do it. Let's not talk about that.
Do it.
No.
Do it.
Well, we're talking about being submissive and religion and how that kind of goes, like, how he died for our sins, you know what I mean? And he was
you're getting deep
submissive
with it.
for
Hold on.
everybody, right?
Yeah.
He died for our sins. He was submissive for everybody. He died for everybody's sins, right? And it's like that idea of being submissive and bowing down to something so we can use it further and it can help us in the future, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's really hard for me to wrap my head around because I don't like the idea of bowing down to something so that I can, do you feel what I'm saying?
Yeah, I got you.
So I think that
So if your guy just lets you do whatever you want to do, whenever you want to do, however you want to do, would you still respect him?
yes.
Ooh,
I think that's false.
That's a
I
supportive
think that's
man.
false. I think that's
a
cap.
supportive man,
That's
and
cap.
that's the
Answer that
problem.
so fast.
That's
Wait
cap.
a minute. I'm not gonna lie.
That's cap.
Listen, I like a man that's
No,
Every,
talk.
hey, for women,
Speak. No, speak your thing. Speak.
I'm not gonna lie.
That
Like
puts you in
if
place.
I am constantly for a man to honestly say like, shorty, you need to sit down. Like, come, like, just sit the fuck down. Like, you don't need to
can you
go
guys
out
hear
with
me?
them. This time.
Oh my God. Hold on 1 second. We hear you, but hold on 1 second. Hold on 1 second. Go ahead.
I mean, personally too. Like, I mean,
Nah,
just from. Hold on.
I love this shit.
Hang up, just hang
I
up.
love this shit. Hold on.
Let me talk.
Caller. Give us a moment. She's speaking right now. Go ahead.
Please. I don't even know what I was saying. I don't know. I submit to a
You
man,
said-
bitch.
yeah,
I don't know. Like,
and that-
if he,
But
if
I think
he
the thing
is
is submitting to the right man, right?
we're submitting to the right man.
exactly.
But that's still submitting to a man,
And I
whether
would
it's
do-
right or wrong.
I will do so if he is. I mean, if we're like just equally given. I'm a person with 50-50, right? But
Okay.
Honestly, if he's telling me like, like sit down, don't worry about this, don't do that. I mean, I will submit to him, man. If he's personally like, not like get on my knees, kiss his feet.
No,
but,
yeah.
like, honestly, like,
I just have a
feel like-
problem with that.
Yeah, that's
yeah.
OD. That's OD like a
But
motherfucker.
it's just like, all right, I'm gonna hear you. I'm gonna do this. Like,
Yeah.
Let me do this for him.
As it
because
should, yeah.
I
So does that mean that men are submissive to us too, and it's a
and
equal
that's how it should
balance?
because personally, me personally, if I am submissive to a man, it's
And to answer your
always,
question,
it's always
in certain ways.
Okay.
in
Go
certain
ahead.
ways, exactly. Men are like
Well-
submissive to me, vice versa, in certain ways. Like whatever I kind of want or need, if I'm throwing any type of like change anywhere, I'm giving that shit right back to you. It has to be like that back and forth kind of.
Okay.
So that's the only reason I'm gonna be submissive. If you're like just not doing shit, but just dick, like I'm not gonna submit to you. I promise.
Okay.
It's
Well, hold
like-
on real quick. All right. Caller. Can you hear us?
Caller said no.
all right, so I'll go back to. I can hear you guys now. Can you guys hear me?
Yes.
Yes, we can hear you.
Yes.
Go ahead. Man, you
Okay, so going back to your first point, right? I remember you just said about Brittany Renner. You were like how Myra needs to take accountability, right? But when you look at it, wouldn't you say that in that sense that women need to be more accountable for choosing the right men? Then, if you're saying that you're conditionally submissive to the right man.
You need to say that
agree.
again.
You
Say
know,
that
I
again.
Phrase that question really quick
Say
for
that
us,
again.
please.
I feel like I understand what he's saying.
Okay, go ahead, because we don't.
I do, but say it one more time. Say it one more time. Say it one more time.
So earlier in this conversation, you were basically saying that Myron or men need to be more accountable, right? So you're saying that, if it was the right man, then you wouldn't be submissive. So wouldn't you say there's a error or a problem with your vetting process in terms of the guys you're ending up with if they're not worth submitting to?
And
Yes.
that's why
Great
we
question.
don't
I think we
submit.
talked about that already.
And who you asking that to? You asking that to the panel or just one girl specifically?
Mic check.
To the panel.
Okay.
Cool.
All right. Starting actually right here.
Me?
Yes.
Oh, I can't answer that.
She's
Give me a
cold.
second.
All right.
I still need to get into it.
I would agree 100%.
Okay.
That's it. Like,
Okay.
that's the point.
Yep. Talk to us.
Like, what was the question again? I didn't really.
Basically, the question is, shouldn't the fault land on you if you keep choosing the guy that
You don't
does
like me right
A
now. Oh, not
or
you lost.
Stupid.
One moment. It's not the
They don't
simple
like
fact.
you.
Like, okay, I feel like we're kind of jumping off the simple fact as far as like him saying like we're choosing the men.
Mhm.
I kind of agree. Like men kind of choose us in the simple fact that we choose who we want to communicate with. Yes, and
Really?
men are good. Listen,
No. You're not a finna scapegoat. No. Hell no.
We are because men play a role at the beginning, and
Okay.
once you get with them or they get what they want,
Yeah.
they show their true colors.
Yeah, but we're talking
That's
about
true.
from all the pools, from when you go out, when you get DM'd, all these pools of guys, you are choosing a specific type of guy.
Okay.
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 So, shouldn't it be the responsibility on you if you keep getting the same type of results?
Yes, I mean honestly, if you're choosing like, girl, like honestly, like you should see. That's where red flags are coming in. Right?
Yes,
like,
that's why I asked earlier. Yeah.
Yeah, we're starting to know like red flags. Like that's the thing now, right? And so it's just like honestly, don't be with a person that you don't want to, like, you know what I mean? If you don't see yourself submitting to, like, I don't know why it's so hard. I kind of, it does fall to us, right? Because it is a lot of women. I'm friends with some of these women too, who they're so attached to certain men and stuff,
Yeah.
like, that are so bad for them, so toxic, don't do shit. You know what I mean? It's a list of things that I can go on.
Mm-hmm.
But it's still like something about them, and so it's just
See, that's the problem.
It's something about
That's
it.
the problem. Yeah.
And it's, I guess that comes into like our
accountability.
stuff,
Yeah.
you know what I mean. And so it just comes. It's to each his own. You know what I
Okay.
mean. But
All right, Alyssa.
I think so is he saying that
It falls
blame
on
falls
you
on us 'cause we
because you
picked the
keep
men.
choosing. Yes.
Okay. I mean, I don't necessarily disagree with that because I do feel like men pick us and we're just like, okay, I'll settle for this one.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And sometimes I was like, I did that. I'm just saying in general, that's what we usually do. And that's our pattern, you know?
Yeah.
So I don't really disagree with that.
Bruh. Okay. Next.
All right.
I'm dead.
Yeah, it's like every time it comes over here, it's like the question has gotten
lost.
right. Yeah.
Okay.
So he's saying like if we attract the same men, it would be
No.
up to, okay. That's
No.
why I was like, correct me if I'm wrong.
Okay,
Go
you're
ahead.
choosing the same men.
I'm choosing the same man. So let's break down how a DM works. Let's just use a DM,
Okay.
right?
I'm dead.
I'm so serious. So it's like a DM comes, they see the physical attraction on both ends, correct?
Okay.
Okay. And then you like, hey, you want?
Well,
wanna take
I would
that.
pause on that, but
Okay.
go ahead.
What's the pause?
The pause isn't just not physical. It's how many followers they have, who are they following, what type of pictures they have. Yeah,
that
all
makes
that.
it even
Right.
better.
Yeah, go
Thank
ahead.
you for inputting that. That makes it even better. So if all of those factors, those variables come into play, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then you're talking in the DMs and you're like, hey, I want to take you out, da da da. What do you like? And then the girl's like, da da da. Where does the red flags start presenting themselves to where it's like, oh, I'm not going to go on a date with you, right? Just in that factor, just in that scenario. So it can't always be like, well, it's the woman's fault that she keeps submitting to these men and keep putting herself in these positions where these men keep like playing her.
Okay, how about ask better questions? How about talk on the phone and ask better questions when it comes to talking to
You're
them?
answering my question beautifully.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. It's not always on the woman.
Mm-hmm.
It's on the men as well. I'm going to always advocate 50-50 like she presented herself. It's like it's not just on the woman. So it's like you saying that is just lazy on the phone. You're just saying that is lazy. Everybody that's in these comments, everybody that's calling these calls, they're like, well, what about this? What about that? Just say that you have mother issues and move on from it.
Wait, hold on. How does that equate to the other thing?
But I'm saying, like, you have an issue with women. You have an eternal.
Yo, let me know when I can respond to her.
You can't.
Yeah,
I'm
matter of fact, go
talking
ahead.
right
Go
now.
ahead.
You
No, go
can't.
ahead.
No, you can't. I'm talking right now.
Okay,
You
go.
have an internal issue with women, and
I
it's
thought
like.
she was finished.
No, I'm not finished. It's just like it's getting to the point where it's like, okay, y'all are asking the same question and different, like you're just switching the words around.
Right.
It's just like it's getting lazy at this
It's a
point.
run-on
Okay.
sentence.
We want to answer questions. We want to incite you guys on finding women and finding your other half.
Mm-hmm.
But you guys can't keep sitting here and being like, well, these women are birds. These women are triggered. These women are. It's just like, what do you want us to do for you if you're not going to listen?
Okay.
That's
See-
all I'm saying. Like,
see,
I
it
want
goes
to
back.
help. I
So
want to
isn't
help.
that wait?
It
So
just
the
goes back.
conversation though is
Yeah.
about like since it is a group of
Yeah.
women right
Right.
now who are on the floor right now, it's kind of coming to the conversation because there's no men to except for
Right,
one.
except
Yeah,
for
yeah.
the two.
To-
Yeah.
Don's not
Yeah,
gonna take his
to-
chances
yeah.
today.
to
I will.
advocate for themselves right
I'll
now.
save mine for
so
the
as
end.
far as like women goes, as you know, as far as we go, I feel like
Yeah.
if they do answer the question, let's give them a straightforward answer. Like it's gonna be on us, periods, because it's gonna be a group full of like
Right.
us.
We're the one that choose to go on the date, correct?
Right.
Yes.
But it's like, what are you doing to help that situation, though?
No. Okay.
Yeah.
Let
So the
me put things in a
conversation
little
is
bit
on us,
perspective. The question he's basically saying is,
Yeah.
when it comes to the guys that you guys are complaining about or
Uh-huh.
saying that you need, blah blah blah.
Yeah.
Well, the accountability falls on you because you're choosing those
The men.
specific guys over and over again.
What I was saying, I guess I'm not summing up correctly, is like sometimes you don't see that from the forefront.
Mm-hmm.
Got you. And what I'm saying is that means you ask better questions when it comes to you.
So we're the ones that have to ask the questions.
When
is
it
what I'm
comes to
asking you.
your perspective and
Right.
what you getting. Now, if I'm a
Right.
guy who continuously date gold dig, well, quote unquote, I don't believe a woman can be a gold digger, but
continue,
yeah,
yes.
gold
That's
diggers,
neither
then
here nor
I would
there.
ask better questions to find a girl that's not
Right.
a gold digger.
So same scenario then. So
Can
you're
I jump
saying-
in for a
And
second?
yeah, talk to me, talk to
I
me.
really don't care.
She said, I really don't care.
It's
Call
the
her, talk to
same
me.
question. It's the same question. Go ahead. Go ahead, baby. Go
So,
ahead.
so it's interesting, right? Because it's interesting because in the beginning of this conversation, when you guys were watching Fresh and Fit's clips and you guys were watching Myron, the very first thing, and when Dante asked you guys, what do you think is lacking in men? The first thing you guys said was accountability. You guys said that basically men weren't men of their word or et cetera or whatever, right? But when it's coming down to you guys right now, what you're saying is, oh, these guys are lazy, these guys are this, these guys are that. But what you're really doing is avoiding accountability for the decisions
What's accountability
that you
to
guys are
women?
making.
What's
For me
accountability to
personally, let me finish, right?
Yeah, go ahead. You can finish
For
now.
me personally, like I told Don Jay, I'm not even out there. I don't be fishing, but I can fish. I know how to fish, but I choose not to.
Right, of course.
I'm focused on my mission. I'm focused on my businesses. I'm focused on whatever. But what I do see is a lot of women out here talking about, for example, if on this podcast I said something like, oh, women are quote unquote bitches, right? Everybody will be triggered instantly. Oh, how could you say that about women? But you guys said it very freely, and Brittany Renner said it very freely. Oh, men are trash. You guys are trash, this and that. It's so easy for women to speak on men, but anytime a man tries to do the opposing on a woman's side, it's automatically, oh, you don't have the same body parts as us, so you shouldn't be speaking. Even you right now, you're like, oh, well, I can't give you insight on how to get the right girl. I don't need you to tell me how to get the right girl, but what you're doing right now is doing the same thing that you're kind of
So you're saying
pointing fingers at men for. You're not being accountable for your own actions
not being accountable.
versus the guys that you're choosing and ending up with.
Okay, caller, pause. Go ahead.
I'm not being no. I'm trying to reach a common ground. So you're saying I'm not being accountable, with the answer of my question, correct?
So do you want a yes or no answer? Like
Yeah,
yes,
like what do you want from us?
Okay, caller, what's up?
Because I'll answer. I just need to make sure I'm answering your question correctly.
I'm saying because initially you said, oh, the men that are not doing enough, they're lazy, or like a man has to impress you. By the way, I apologize because there's a delay in like the voice between my phone and
you're
the TV, so I'm
fine.
trying to time
You're
it right.
fine. Take your time.
But don't take too long.
What I'm saying is what Don Jay just said, right? Like initially you guys were very hell bent on, oh, men need to be more accountable, and I agree with that. By the way, I'm not denying that men are bitches nowadays.
Right.
But what I am saying is, on the female perspective side, it's very easy to become unaware of what men go through to try and get with you females. Because while you're talking about, oh, man should just match my energy, we have to play that part. We're playing the role of making sure we know where you are with us versus how much attention to give you, etc. Because it's legitimately a dance that men do with women.
Right.
The dance for the women's side
like
is
he's
the
a good
fact
man.
that you need to vet guys. You need to ask better questions as far as why are you ending up with losers over and over again. It must be something that you're doing on a day-to-day basis.
That's
Same
fair.
thing I said.
That's fair. Okay.
We didn't pick no losers though, just to let you know.
That's fair. I understand what you're saying. It's just like there's so many different there's so many different questions within one question. It's hard to kind of grasp what exactly that you're looking for. I mean, other women in here can advocate for what I'm talking about, but it's just like accountability goes both ways. 50-50 goes both ways.
Everything goes both ways.
Right.
Communication, accountability, setting boundaries, not
That's all we're
freaking.
saying is that it goes both ways, and it's like the same way we choose like ain't shit men, you'll choose ain't shit women.
Period. Right. We choose each other.
Again,
we choose our partners.
So it's just it goes both ways, and that's all that we can kind of say about it. Is like we have to choose accountability on ourselves, the same sense that you guys do, but we're not seeing the same accountability being chosen on your end.
Okay. And I got some super chats, so caller, hold on for just a moment. EP says, I guess he's talking about the Bible.
Not
a
the
woman,
Bible
a Bible verse.
So sick of this.
A woman should learn, woman should learn in quietness and full submission. Goddamn, bro. I do not permit a woman to teach or to have authority over a man. She must be silent.
What the fuck is this? The 50s? Like,
This is not the 50s.
No, that's the Bible, but you know.
I mean, listen, bro. Like, oh
2022.
my God, fucking words in a book. Like, I fucking believe, my God. Like, and you know, I'm cursing like shit right now, but
It's okay. We understand.
listen. No, I don't. Men who think like that, honestly, I don't want to honestly like give that attention.
Yeah.
Because like that's just like the shit that our great grandmas used to go for and shit. Like, you know what I mean? Like we just don't take shit anymore. So we're not gonna submit to you if you know like you're just going out being a dirty ass like man and shit. So,
Okay. Okay. Fatty sends a super chat. He says she just admitted her submission has a price. I don't know who exactly he's talking about, but
Who was he talking about?
But it's okay.
That was
I
way
don't
earlier,
really care about
Yeah.
you.
saying.
Betty,
Yeah.
keep up.
all right. And then but thank you for that super chat, Fatty. Michael sends a super chat. He says, "Let him finish. Stop listening to answer." Ooh.
If he speaks
And I think he was
faster,
talking to
then
you.
I will.
Are you gonna ask us any questions on your cards today?
What?
Are you gonna ask?
Girl,
us something?
can you relax?
I'm like tired of these people already.
All right.
I just love
Caller.
these comments.
Right.
I just want to.
Caller, you're online. Hello.
I guess I'll leave with this, right? It
Yeah.
hung up before I
And
know
then
why.
sum it up.
All I was really trying to say, ladies, is that if you're in the know with the wrong dudes over and over again, it has to do with the fact that you guys are presenting yourselves in a certain way. When men see women, we see women in two different aspects. We see women in terms of relationship potential and in terms of sexual potential.
Facts.
And it is very hard for you to tell how we see you because we don't tell you the truth, because reality is this: if we tell you the truth, we'll probably lose you from a sexual standpoint.
Isn't
Not
that
myself, I'm
better
talking about
though?
generalizing
Can I
for
hear-
guys,
Isn't
right?
that better?
Wait, hold on. Call.
So
Pause.
how
Real
you're
quick.
presenting yourself to these guys is the result that you're ending up with.
Yeah.
You're 100% in control of the type of guys that you're ending up with,
You're
whether
right.
you don't realize it or not. It's the way you speak, it's the way you dress, it's the way you present yourself. We know in an instant whether you have relationship potential versus sexual potential, but you determine what we think about you in that sense.
Ooh,
I don't
talk to him.
disagree with
And thank you for calling. And thank you
Can I
for
answer?
calling. All right, and then hold on. Let me hang up. Just make sure. But thank you for calling. I'm about to get that last input. Go ahead.
Oh, I mean, I understand the part where he's like how we present ourselves,
Yeah.
but especially through our clothing and especially going forward, because women, we don't always dress to impress men, and
Okay.
that's just facts. We do it to uplift ourselves, because especially for me, because I'm a Black woman or whatever. In our society, we don't get enough compliments at that. So whenever we hear compliments from men in general, it's really good. It's uplifting.
Yeah.
But the part where he was like, going back to the 50s questions and stuff and how we're supposed to submit, I agree with her. Like, I'm not about to. This is not the 50s.
Uh-huh.
Like, we're a different generation and we're all built different.
Okay.
But I think I can say on like behalf of y'all can tell me if I'm wrong or not. But
No, go ahead. No, finish.
I'm calling. But yeah, I just think.
Okay, I got a question, a pushback question. If all the dudes that you want to have his, I know you say you wanted somebody to have his stuff together, etc. If all those dudes want a submissive woman, would you want to be a submissive woman? Or would you rather?
Can I ask this?
Wait.
How many women in here want to feel like they can submit to a man?
Here's the thing.
Nobody.
No.
Nobody wants to submit to a man. That's cool. Great to
But
hear.
why is the question? And then go ahead, and then I'm gonna ask why.
Okay, like if you're treating me right, if you cook for me, say instance, my example, my man cooks for me, okay, he take me places, all right, I'm gonna cook for you, I'm gonna
Right, I'm gonna do the
you.
same thing.
I'm gonna do everything I can for you because I love you, and I'm gonna be
Right.
submissive to you.
Right.
Now that's the one thing. Now if you calling me out of my names and doing all this, no, I'm not gonna be with you. I'm gonna let you be. That's a
Right, let
whole
alone be
different
submissive.
thing. That may say what he quote that scripture in the Bible, be
Yeah.
submissive, but also God said don't be a fool as well.
Yeah.
Period. Yes,
So-
ma'am.
So
Yeah.
also, like, he don't want men treating women or women treating men. It can be vice versa.
Okay.
So that's how I feel.
Okay.
I have a
Fuck with it.
question.
Okay, hold on. We got some super chats really quickly. Super chat by Cal. He says, these women think they are co-pilot on our flights, my brothers. Remember, they are only applying to be a stewardess. And thank you for that super chat. I really appreciate that.
Mommy issues.
I'm just
Can
like,
we not even respond to that? Because he clearly just wants
right.
attention.
EP.
So let's not even.
I'm dead.
Go ahead.
I'm just like, why are you so okay with disrespecting us? Like, why do you find enjoyment in putting women down? Like, I don't understand. You need us to procreate. So what is the beef? I don't understand.
Okay.
Very upsetting.
EP sends another super chat. He says, so dressing half naked uplifts you. I think he's asking you.
Me, of course.
Absolutely.
Yes.
We got a body. Why can't we show it?
Ignore it, because honestly, that's exactly what he wants, is us to be triggered.
Right.
Anyway, interesting. These 3
He's
to 4 will
looking,
say
girl.
anything, shaking my head. All right. I think you had something to say. Right here. Yeah.
Me?
Yeah.
Go ahead,
I mean,
girl.
I was just agreeing, actually, with the caller. I never got to really.
Oh, okay. Got you.
That was my fault.
No,
No, that's
I
fine.
mean, if we're talking about submission, yeah, obviously submission works both ways. It's finding people that you are in alignment with, that you're equally yoked with, that you can, you have this, and you like put that shit together and you make it work. So, yeah, that's that. But,
I'm dead.
I think hold on, give me a second.
Okay. All right. Well,
on the submission, I got it. I'm sorry. Just on the submission, so for me, I'm very naturally, very assertive. I'm very opinionated. For me, it's easy if I find a man who, allows me to step back from that a little bit. Like I don't have to be that, and I can step back a little bit into my feminine. Then that's a different type of submission.
Yeah.
And that comes on the other side too. Like submission works both ways, and 1,000,000% both genders should be held accountable for the type of people that they choose to entertain. 1,000,000%.
Yeah.
Okay, I got to push back on the submission thing for you. I got a question. If a guy comes up to you and he's acting very feminine and he says, "Hey, I need a female to act."
What does acting feminine mean?
I don't know. He's hands like this, or he talks very like, "Oh my God, girl, your purse, I like it," blah blah blah, in a feminine way. Who said that?
Me.
I got a nice male
That doesn't necessarily mean you're gay.
Finish out what
That
you
doesn't necessarily mean you're gay. But basically what I'm asking is, a guy comes to you like that and says, "Hey, I need a great woman for me to go into my masculine." How crazy would that sound to you?
Very crazy.
It sounds a little crazy because what you described, I don't think is a man who has, feminine trait. That sounds to me like a very stereotypical gay man.
Well, a guy that's just feminine, that's exactly what she just said.
I have dated men who, are able to be a little more feminine and listen, I can be masculine, I can be feminine. So why can't they also be feminine and masculine?
No.
Okay. As long as you're keeping it both sides, that's all I'm asking.
Not
all right.
bad.
All right. Fatty sends a super chat. He says they want a man that can't protect, provide, and be a real man, aka traditional man. Oh.
That is not true.
So is he implying that he's the right man? Is that what he's saying?
Wait, hold on. Let me finish. They want a man. Well, he meant to say man, but they want a man that can't protect, provide, and be a real man, aka traditional men, but they don't want to be traditional women. Both ways? Question mark.
Well,
I mean, I don't know if they can answer this, but I'm just saying, what does it take to be a real man? What does it take?
We don't want that.
That too. Never said that.
Never.
Okay. Do you want the traditional man?
Traditional.
Meaning the one that guys, not even that,
Oh.
but no, say the guy that take care of the household, that provides for you, that protects you, that type of thing.
Yeah.
Open doors, gentlemen, etc.
Yes, the gentleman. Because
Okay.
I'm gonna just say this right now because there's plenty of men in this generation who still don't show that, and they get on us for oh, why are y'all acting this way? Because we want somebody that's genuine, is gonna be there for us, that's gonna do exactly what we're doing for them.
Okay.
That's all it is. It goes back to the 50-50 thing. If I'm gonna show you something, you're gonna show me something.
Okay, now the question basically what he's asking is, if guys should be traditional from your standpoint, then why can't we demand traditional from y'all standpoint?
if that's what we both agree on, I don't see a problem.
Right, don't see a problem.
Okay.
Well, it's that's a perfect question. It's they're wanting one thing from us and we're wanting one thing from them, but they're expecting one thing from us. So why can't we expect one thing from them?
Okay.
Yeah.
That's the only thing. 'Cause that sounds fair to me.
Yeah, that's same here.
If you're gonna be a man and pay the bills and open the door for me, I'm gonna submit. I'm gonna, if you're hungry, okay, what do you want to eat? But if it's not being reciprocated, then why the hell do I have to do that?
Look, why am I here?
Okay.
Why am I here?
Okay.
What are we doing?
I actually
What are we
agree with
doing?
that. I agree with that.
We
Yeah,
look
I agree with that.
stupid, yo.
Right.
We look
They
stupid.
want us to, it seems to me, I'm trying not to watch these comments. These are hilarious, by the
So
way.
funny.
I
So
appreciate the
funny.
commentary. But watching these comments, it's a little, what?
Well, the basics of that question is
Right.
women are not traditional, so why should we be traditional?
That's a very good, fair
that's
question,
beautiful.
though.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's
But
a
they
fair
act
question.
I'm so confused right
That's
now.
why.
Because it's
yeah.
It's
they,
like-
he just said that women, and I'm sorry I don't mean to cut you off,
You're fine. It's
but it's
trying to sum it up. Yeah.
they say they want a traditional woman, but
Uh-huh.
they don't even act like the traditional man,
Exactly.
in their own sense. And
But
so
they'll
it's just
use that as an argument. That's what we're getting at. They'll be
Yeah.
like, "Well,
It's just
you don't want
one-sided.
us to be traditional and masculine and do all this for you, but
Yeah.
you're not going to be submissive." But it's you guys aren't being masculine and traditional anyway. So why can't we make up for that and come into our feminine or our masculine energy and wait for you to make us submissive in our comfort. You know what I'm saying?
No, I know exactly what you're saying.
That's that 50-50 we're talking about. We will be glad to do that if you guys step up like you're supposed to.
Yes, but that's where the other argument comes into.
Right.
Shouldn't you choose better, more traditional men to begin with?
They need to act like it
I
first.
think should we choose better men, not better, more traditional, not better,
Because
better men.
No, but better is very subjective. So that's why I said traditional, meaning he protects you, provides for you,
Die in the
etc.
war.
I feel like
And that's true. That's
Not
true.
everybody wants that. Like we all have
No,
different
true.
things that
You're
we're
right.
looking
Yeah.
for. So better is whatever better means for you.
That's a very good point.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Let's see. Damn, we got a lot of super chats in this motherfucker.
damn, we famous.
All right. Hold on. Boogie the Trainer sends a super chat. I'm sorry. He says, hopefully all the young men can see right through modern woman true nature and not fall for the trap. Modern women want traditional men while acting single and modern. What are your thoughts on that? Or does anyone have thoughts on that?
That's just going in a
half of
circle.
these,
Okay.
I think I accidentally answered that. That's probably what I was in my mind. Like,
Okay.
As far as, like, traditional men are not acting traditional. So, like, I mean, if you're gonna do shit like pay for shit, or, just be like that real man of the household.
Type shit, yeah.
Of course, like I'll clean up. Like it's just gonna come secondhand to my ass. Like I'm gonna clean up. I'm gonna clean. I'm gonna cook or whatever.
That's the key word.
That's like secondhand, and it just comes from how I was raised. And stuff. And so it's gonna be different for everybody. Everybody was
Of course,
different
yeah.
with how I was raised. It kind of did put it into my mind how I was raised. It was very traditional household, like women do for the man, honestly. I was honestly raised like that. But honestly, when I got out of that and I started to understand like my past generation stories, and that's why I kind of spoke back on like, I'm not my grandmother.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? Like a lot of our older generations, they were honestly allowing their husbands until the 5th time that they cheated. So like, okay, I'm done with it. I think we've noticed our worth so much more so early, and it's just knocking them out of the park, so they don't know what to do with us now. It's just like, we want this and we want that. Are you providing it? No.
One thing that I don't appreciate is that men are always telling us like, oh yeah, you're only beautiful for so long. After a while, like you can become replaceable by another woman that's younger than you and much more beautiful.
Versa.
And I'm like, right. And I'm like, well, honestly, like women are very powerful, and I think that even though like our looks may only last for a certain period of time, I still think that it's easier for us with a child and everything to find another man, because what young girl is willing to deal with a man that has a kid?
And that's also not a man saying that. That's a boy.
Right. Okay, girl,
First of all,
a boy.
don't do that. I hate when people do that.
No.
That's definitely that's a male. That's a male. But whatever your definition of a man is. Someone said, I'm a real boy. All right. Dex is a super chat. He says, why would I buy the cow if I could get the milk for free? And guess what, ladies? You women have a time clock. Men don't.
Mommy
Invest in Chewy Kings.
You continue drinking your sour milk.
Okay, hold on. Who said that?
What does he mean by that? Like, like we have a timestamp, but they don't. Don't their dick stop working after a certain point?
Okay, this is what he means. Women, when they get older, you tend to lose your attraction, meaning like your looks, your stuff like that.
Men get older, their dick gets limper. I don't understand.
That's not what.
I mean, the same with them.
No. Let me finish.
Yeah.
So as men get older, they start to get the things that typically women find attractive, like their own car, their own place, get out of their mom's basement, etc. Confidence. Those things take time. So that's why when men get older, we tend to get those things. But you had your hand up. Go ahead.
Yeah, that statement that he said is the reason why there's so many single 40 and 50-year-olds in Atlanta
now.
today.
Yeah.
Like, it's not even just in Atlanta, but people's mindset, like their concept is ridiculous nowadays. I feel like as women, we have no problem. We already discussed that. We have no problem being submissive to the right person. I feel like men nowadays, they really just want to get their dick wet.
Right, and that's why there's so many sugar daddies nowadays.
Right, that too.
Okay. It's another super chat by, holy shit, what the fuck? Sanka, he says, if you only cook for a man that cooks for you, would you be okay dating a man who only pays the bills when you put money down too?
That's not what we're saying, though.
I mean,
I don't think
if
that's
that's
what
what
we're
you agreed on.
They're just saying anything at this point.
Yeah.
No, I just think that that's like, that's not what we're saying.
Okay.
It's just the fact that if in general, whatever you're doing for me is what I'm gonna do for you. I don't think it's like a certain thing that we're talking about.
Right.
I think it's just everything in general.
Okay. And then I got somebody on hold. Let me see. Oh, God. All right. Do you have your question or comment?
Yeah, I got a question for the panel. Would you rather have a loyal man or would you rather have a rich man?
Question.
Loyal. What is the difference?
A loyal.
A loyal or rich?
Is a loyal man broke?
Because riches doesn't mean anything at the end of the day.
Y'all told me to ask a legit question.
Okay, we would have a loyal man. You're welcome.
Loyal.
Okay, loyal.
man.
Well, hold on. Let's go down the panel. Loyal, but he's broke. You can't go nowhere. Hold on, caller. Hold on, caller. She's loyal as fuck, but you can't go nowhere. Can't do anything. Y'all might have a vacation once a year type shit.
Okay, but I mean, I don't know how it is with everybody else.
Yeah.
But for me, like the little moments matter. Like you don't always gotta have. We don't always have to have money at the same time. We don't always have to, have issues at the same time. I understand everybody goes through shit.
Yeah.
Period. Point blank. But at the end of the day, on your deathbed, you can have like $1 million in your bank account, but what you gonna do with it?
Okay.
What you gonna do?
Did the rest of the answer?
Well, hold on. Go ahead.
I say loyal. Only due to the simple fact it's literally memories that really matter.
See?
Okay.
I've had people broke that showed me more than people with money.
Exactly.
If I'm coming home from work, like once again, if I'm the breadwinner, I'm coming home from work. Oh, how was your day? Oh, it was bad. They run a bath water,
The simple thing.
Yeah.
It's a simple thing.
Candle, it's really something simple that men just make complicated.
And you're willing to have that for a long period of time?
I mean,
that's what I'm asking.
Yes,
If there's a time limit, okay.
No, not even that. It's the time limit because it's the little things like that builds into the relationship. It makes me fall more for that person.
Right.
Okay.
Right. That's it.
Okay.
I'm loyal to a man who's loyal to me.
Okay.
Yeah, that's about it. That's not good.
That wasn't the question, but all right.
No, I mean, it's because you asked that question, you said like, could you do that forever?
Yeah.
Honestly, that comes back to like, if he has no dreams, ambitions, if he's not doing anything, then of course I'm not gonna stay with him. Compared to a man who probably has money and he has dreams, ambitions, he's doing shit about his life. Like it kind of is just like, it's like a double-edged sword. You know
It is.
I mean? So
that's why I asked, who would you choose?
I'd rather not get cheated on. So loyalty.
Okay.
Yeah.
Alyssa?
I think if I'm invested in the relationship, I prefer a loyal man, But if I'm not invested in the relationship, I prefer a rich man,
Yeah.
Just depends on what the situation is looking like.
Would you be in a relationship that you're not like? What was the second thing that you just said? If you're not too interested in the
okay, hold on 1 second, caller. Hold on 1 second.
Okay, cool.
You said if you're not too interested in the relationship, then yeah, you would go for.
Yeah, so if I'm like, okay, this is only temporary, might not enjoy the riches real quick,
Gotcha.
That's a different story. But if I'm
So if you're not taking it serious and you're not
Exactly.
invested emotionally type shit. Okay.
Oh, points. Yeah. I'll take loyal. I mean, cap or not, it's long story short. My answer is loyal. I grew up humble. I grew up with different roles in the family.
Yeah.
The mom and dad were combined, so I just have a different perspective. So riches don't mean anything to me. I grew up very humble.
Okay.
So
No, I love
loyalty over everything, and that loyalty is going to take you to where you guys need to go when it comes to financial stability.
Okay. Next.
How much income would you require a man to have then?
Wait, hold on. Let me ask that. Let me ask that after these two.
Okay, okay.
I agree, loyalty. The thing that's so frustrating about that question is the assumption that if a man isn't rich, then we don't have shit. Like, I can't come to the table with my own shit. So, but loyalty.
You have. I didn't say
You're breaking
I didn't
up,
say you
sir.
I didn't say you can have your own money. I said how much do you require a man to have? You made the assumption. I didn't make any.
No, the question was loyalty or richness. Like, would you rather a man be loyal or rich?
Yeah, that's a regular question.
So I'm gonna say loyal for me and leave it as that.
Okay.
No drama.
All right, hold on. Go ahead, caller.
Now he wants to know.
Okay.
Okay, yeah, we're done with him.
All right, thank you for calling.
Next.
The second.
Right, the how much thing.
How much?
Yeah, how much was a guy you require a guy to have?
I don't want to talk about that.
Yeah. Anyway, all right. Adam sends a super chat. He says, "Why does it have to be? God damn it." He says, "Why does it have to be conditional for women to be feminine? Shouldn't it be neutral? Oh, I'm sorry. Shouldn't it be natural?" For the panel.
I mean, I guess we were supposed to be submissive back in the day, and we were pushed to be submissive and beat to be submissive. So I feel like, considering our history as women, we don't really want to be submissive anymore. It's kind of like we're trying to fight for our rights now. It feels like we've been fighting for our rights. So why would we just automatically be submissive, you know?
Okay,
I
automatically.
don't think he meant submissive as in the world or society. I think he just means submissive as in dating.
I mean,
No, I
that's
think
what
when
I'm
he's-
talking about,
Yeah.
though. Throughout history, there's
Right.
been centuries and centuries that women have been suppressed.
Mm-hmm.
So when you consider that, it's like, why would we choose a man that is continuously suppressing us if we're trying to avoid that? You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Didn't answer the question.
So I think,
I hope so.
I think if the question is why are women not naturally feminine, and why does it have to be conditional? I think, piggybacking off what she said, just like life over time has just made us, have to tap in a little more into that other side. Like,
Yeah.
I think
Yeah,
that's
I would
just
agree with that.
fucking evolution. Like,
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, absolutely.
Yes, ma'am.
It just, they need to make us like, I feel like men lately have been like not making us, but like I feel like we've been tapping more into our masculine side because we've had to like now not
Yes.
compensate, but now like I feel like we can't find a man that we know that can like just secure us.
Okay.
Right? Like instantly. So it's just like I feel like now lately as we're not submitting to a man at like 19, 20 years old. Like,
Yeah,
as
of
far
course,
as,
because
like,
it
a
takes
lot of-
time.
It
Yeah.
takes time, right? So it's just like
And I just feel like it's so more deeply rooted. Like, if we are not coming from a background where we had men that are holding us down, and we didn't see our fathers holding our moms down and see our moms be submissive, like, why would we want to do that?
and that's why it comes down to too also
There's
being how
not-
we're seeing race is
Yes.
I was, you know what I mean? I seen my dad in my life, you know
Yeah.
what I mean? And so I seen him be a man. So of course I'm not gonna just like be submissive to a motherfucker who's just really like
Yeah.
not feeding my energy and not making me feel feminine, you know?
Gotcha.
Right,
If I feel like
absolutely.
you know what I mean? Like if I gotta go to a job where I gotta take my nails off, or if I'm like, you know what I mean? Like not letting me
Yes.
be feminine,
Uh-huh.
of course
And
I'm not gonna like it's
it's-
not gonna come natural, especially not for no random.
It's not
Okay.
like we don't want to be feminine, That's
I
not
think the
case.
overall problem is, and then we can just move on to these new questions, is what is the actual qualities that make you feminine? Meaning, like, is it money that if a guy comes and he has I'm just giving an example. I'm just giving an example. Ladies, relax. Goddamn. For example, if I'm a millionaire and I come to your life and now I can actually treat you okay. Let's say I'm not treating you like the best, like queen type shit, but I'm treating you okay. Would you be okay with a guy treating you okay but have millions of dollars type shit? Would that make you feminine? What quantizes you being feminine? I
What
think that's
makes
the real
me-
question.
Honestly, what makes me like I guess feel feminine is just how do I put it? Like that is a good question actually. What makes
See?
me feel feminine?
Yeah.
Because I haven't felt like that. I mean, like me personally, I make myself feel feminine, but
Right.
if a guy just kind of like makes me just feel like safer. One in the
Secure.
relationship,
Of course,
secure
yes.
in the
Yep.
relationship. I don't know, doing manly things. It's
Like,
kinda
you are my woman.
Like,
you
you are
I'm gonna
my-
ride by you.
Yeah, that's stuff like that. So
Okay.
yeah.
Okay.
That makes me feel secure with myself enough to be feminine. You
Also
know?
Yeah.
proud, yeah, like just super proud to
Proud,
be
yes.
like with you, like this is mine, like
Yeah.
you're like nobody can. Men I feel like are so like okay, like oh you got who's texting you right now? Oh you got hoes home, don't you? Like what are you?
First of all,
Is it
guys, don't
assuming-
everyone pause real quick. First of all, guys, don't ever do that.
Don't
Go ahead.
please don't. I swear to God.
Does it go back to like assuming?
What do you mean?
Like, cause I think most men, whenever they say stuff like that, they're always assuming stuff and like never want to talk about it because it always goes back into like their feelings, I guess. And that's like
Insecurity.
like insecurities. Like that's what we were talking about earlier.
Okay.
Like if you and also for me, because I always say this to everybody, it also goes back to trust. Like the trust that you have between you and your partner. Nothing else should matter to you.
Okay.
Other than that, because they always assume the worst. Oh yeah, she got this, she got that, blah blah blah. Oh, she's dressing like this, blah blah blah. It shouldn't matter if you have that trust with your partner.
Okay. I would actually disagree. 100%. Because in certain circumstances, the guy typically looks at security more so than a woman does. when it comes to scanning or what club are we going to, how should she dress. If she dressed overly crazy, then I know for a fact I might have to, fight a nigga. I might have to whatever. That nigga might have something.
Yeah.
I need to move a certain way. So maybe from that perspective, he might be saying, hey, calm it down just a little bit. So that's why I would push back on that.
So I'm trying to get in trouble tonight.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
You say with security, that's a different type of mindset when it comes to women, right?
Mm-hmm.
That security that you're saying it's fair, but you guys don't have to worry about looking in your cars. You guys don't have to worry about making sure someone's not following you. You have to worry about
walking down a street by yourself at night.
If a man
100%,
gets
yeah.
mad
Because
at
of
you
men.
and shoots you in the face,
Yeah.
there's a different type of security, right?
Yeah, 100%.
So, so I get you're saying like there's different securities. We can agree on that, but if a man is saying, how do you see yourself as feminine, or the question before that is like the softness, the submissiveness.
Okay.
That's what we're getting at.
Okay.
The securities are different, but when it comes to it, our securities are a little bit more at risk than
I want to
what yours
just
is.
piggyback on that too. Like, and I just kind of say this all the time. Like, I want to be submissive to a man, but on God, my biggest fear is a man, right? Because like the things that he could possibly do, what he, you know what I mean? Like my biggest fear, honestly, is a man because of
And that's why
just
we become more
attraction.
masculine.
Exactly, and that's what causes me to exactly because I have to protect myself literally, physically every fucking day.
And men are
against a
scared
man.
of
Well, hold on, one at a time. Go ahead.
No. I just finish that.
Okay.
Against a man, I gotta be protected.
Men are scared of men too. You're telling us like
100%,
you
yes.
think we should watch out because you think other men are gonna be threatful.
No, that's first of all, that's not what I said, but I can actually agree with that.
In other
But go ahead.
words, you know what I mean? Like we gotta watch what we're wearing because you're not trying to get in a fight over us. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I'm like, so in our reality,
the commonality here.
what is
Yeah.
it? It's men.
Yeah.
Men.
Well, I would say it's
It's
Yes,
fragile men.
absolutely.
yes,
Lower
exactly. I
level
was
men.
literally about to say that shit, and she took the words out of my mouth.
okay.
Yeah.
It's fragile,
Good
lower
job,
level
ladies.
men. So it's just like what we're asking for in this panel is men that are above that level, that are
Yes.
willing to be on the same level of submission, to be on the same level as understanding different securities, it goes right back into that
Yeah, to be
50-50,
Gotcha.
right?
Yes.
So that's all we're saying. So like
And
that,
and the point of the conversation is to basically quantize that.
right.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
All right. We got some super chats and some shit, and we got to wrap up.
They
All
mad.
right. Boogie the Trainer says, Don, so you decide to only bring the feminists, or is this the typical type out here? Also, they ever heard of Hefner? Who the fuck is Hefner?
You
Oh, Hugh Hefner.
Playboy bunny.
Oh, okay, got you.
The one that had to have Viagra to even go ahead.
Yeah, he was also just
Yeah.
in the news for, I don't know if y'all heard about all the shit. Well, whatever.
Well, no, we're skipping that. All right. Let me see. But thank you for the super chat. I really appreciate that. And no, this is just, people just coming over here. All right. Another super chat by Cass says, ladies, what rights do men have that women don't? Let me guess. You don't want to talk about that too.
Oh, we love to.
Oh, we love.
I don't want to talk about that.
We love to talk about that, don't we?
There is no list. There is no list.
a long
There is a huge
Okay.
list.
Give me one, actually.
one.
Just
The
one.
right to dictate our ability to have an abortion.
What?
What?
Yeah.
Here in Georgia, you.
Yeah. Why do you in Texas?
In general. In general.
Okay.
really.
Talking about,
But if you want to, hold on, no. Who said that about the abortion thing?
Sky.
Who?
This girl.
Sky.
Oh, you. Okay. Well, that's false because men don't have the right to abort a baby.
In
But why is
But
it?
they have the-
why is it the like? Okay, I'm sorry. Like, but like,
Ooh.
if it's made up of the house of mostly men and they're deciding these decisions, but they have penises and we are the ones actually carrying the child, and if we don't want to carry the child, why is it up to a man to tell us yes or
Yeah.
No,
no?
I would
it's
actually agree with
legal or
that.
not.
If I had it my way, I would be like, women choose whatever you want to do. But a man, let me
You're
finish.
one of a
But a
million.
man should be able to financially abort as well. I want to make that
And
very
I have a
clear.
The
question.
men should be able to what?
Financially abort as well.
Like, give them,
Huh?
like give them money to abort?
No, he's
No,
saying a
meaning
man should be able
financially-
to say, I don't want to
Okay,
pay for
you know
this
what?
child.
I don't really,
Yes.
Yes,
I
that's
don't really
100%.
disagree with that.
That's
I don't really
100%.
disagree with that.
That
I
is-
don't really disagree with that. I think
Yeah.
that's
That's fair.
fair.
I think.
Yes.
That's fair.
If a man
What?
doesn't-
Hold on, one at a time. Goddamn. Go ahead. 1, 2, and then
What
3,
if a
4.
man shouldn't
I
fucking nut
agree.
in a woman and get her pregnant? What are you talking about?
you signed up for it, baby.
But you signed up.
You
Thank
did
you.
it. Like, you
No.
literally did it. You did it.
Pause.
I
No.
didn't do it. You did it.
No. If you have 100%
It's both
of
ways.
responsibility, you have 100% of the power. Point blank. Period. You decide who to lay down with. You decide if you use a condom with. You decide all of those things. So you should have 100% of responsibility. Bottom line. Now, if you're talking about, hey, don't come at me, he still comes at you. That's technically rape.
Right.
So that's something different.
Absolutely.
That's something
Sometimes it
different.
comes off
I have a
without their
question.
knowledge. That's like the.
True.
I have a
But
question.
all right, go ahead.
If we have the power to procreate, how come we don't get paid more than men?
Wait, what? All right, I'm getting out of this conversation. All right, any more callers? No, because that question didn't even make sense. I'm gonna be honest with you.
Why did it make sense?
No,
It
but
didn't
listen,
make
though,
sense.
If
Like,
we
if
have
women
so
have
much
this
power,
yeah.
why don't we get paid more?
That's what they're afraid of.
It's not fair.
What?
What do you mean? What? We're the
I'm so
reason that
confused.
we're the only reason that we bring the men here. You know what I mean? So why don't we get paid more?
Let's move along because that
He's
question doesn't
mad.
make.
He don't like that question.
If you doing the same exact job, y'all should, and you doing the same exact outcome, you should be paid the same. Now, if someone is,
Why are we not?
Huh?
Why are
you
we
carrying
not?
the baby for 9 months?
what are
like,
you talking about? You talking about the baby
listen,
thing now?
But no, like that kind of goes into it. Like we're dead ass carrying life. We're doing like we
What
are
is happening right now?
No,
You're
but
mad,
listen,
Dungeon.
no, I was kind of going off of her. Like, and I don't want to say like
Listen.
paid because paid more is like. I think you know what I mean. That's a different conversation. But as far as like, I mean, just opinion, power, all that, I feel like women should definitely be way more involved, and that's why we are in a day and age. Like, man cannot be surprised that women are like setting boundaries, saying this, saying that. I don't want this. I don't want that. You're broke. I don't want you. You're, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
We have the power to say that because we're now
Facts.
seeing more women get into power more recently than ever. So it's a court like men ruled the like fucking world for like a good second of the shit. Like, you know what I mean? So. Now that women are kind of like realizing our worth, men are also realizing our worth too. It's just like, and now we're becoming more into power. Of course, women around the like just regular ass women are gonna carry that into their
And
lives
be
too.
more masculine.
Yeah.
All right, caller,
Yeah.
talk to me. All right, we're gonna take 2 more calls and we're gonna be out the beach. All right, what do you call? What the fuck? Holding us up, caller. Hello.
He said,
Never mind.
All right, I'm about to swap.
Next.
All right.
Hello?
Yes.
Shit.
Can you hear me?
Yes. Ask your question.
sounds the same man.
Yeah.
Okay. You can hear?
Yes, I can hear you.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. It was kind of a delay here.
I got you.
Yeah, I watched your program. I think you guys are really, on point. Yeah. Oh, I
A good man. Thank
well,
you.
mostly, I enjoy it. Also, I'm from Atlanta too. I live in Norcross. So
Okay.
both from,
All right. Sounds good.
So here's the thing about this. I'm a little older. I'm like in my late 40s. I'll be going on 50. And I see the dating game has changed a lot.
Facts. Yes.
In the past 20 some odd years, since I was like in my 20s. So I won't go into it a whole much detail, but the internet has really changed a lot.
Okay.
I think what we need is a change in society, a little bit of a change of value. And I'm going to talk from the male perspective a little. Just I won't be long-winded, but
yeah,
I think men in general they place a little bit too much emphasis on like physical beauty. And if the woman is older, if she's not old, if she's younger in the man's eyes, she has more value than a woman who might be older.
Okay.
But she's not physically as attractive. And I've learned over time that's not good at all.
Okay.
Because there are times like when women get older, they also get wisdom like men do in a lot of areas. And sometimes when you talk, now there are people who are 20 who have, who know a lot, but age just brings a lot of experience sometimes if the person lived their life in the right way, that is.
Okay,
I'm not saying they didn't make mistakes,
what I'm gathering so far is you're just saying our values.
What?
Hold on, you were saying so far that our values is just misplaced and we're putting too much emphasis.
I can't hear you. What'd you say? Go ahead.
Fuck. Just listen to the stream actually, and then don't try to listen to the phone call. Listen to the stream. So basically, what you're saying is our values is misplaced, and guys should care more about the inside about a woman and the maturity and things like that versus just attraction. Correct or no?
I can't hear you, bro.
Oh my
I'm
God.
sorry. I can't. No, I want to respond to what.
Yeah. All right. Well, we gotta go to the next caller then.
Okay. No problem. Sorry.
Well, thank you for calling.
Yeah, no problem.
Bye.
Thank you.
All right.
He said.
What's up, bro? How you doing?
Mausoleum is out of pocket.
You're on right now. What's up? God damn, bro.
I think they can't hear you. Go ahead, boy.
No. Hold on.
He said, boy.
Hey, you're on right now.
Yo, what up? What up?
What up? What up?
Reclaim your phone.
All right, let's end. We're going to end it with you. So ask your question or comment, and then we can wrap things up.
Okay, so basically, yeah, I just wanted to say, hey, keep doing your thing.
Okay,
You're doing a good job for the community. I did want to ask the ladies one question, okay?
Okay.
Okay.
Who?
When it comes to a
Which
guy and he's doing everything that you want him to do as far as like physical appearance and financial whatnot, would you be willing to share that man if
Fuck no.
had everything in the bag already?
Okay.
Share him with other women.
No.
What question is that?
But hold on. No. Ladies, relax.
Straight disrespect, and you know that's why you're chuckling.
No. It's actually not. But hold on. Go ahead and finish so that we can wrap things up.
Ain't no disrespect.
Okay.
Ain't no hey, respectfully. This man is putting it down. He's meeting up with all your physical
Get to the
standards.
point, please.
Financially, he's covering you. Would you be willing to share that man with other women? Now, he's not going to share.
Should we say it on three?
All right.
1, 2, 3. No.
Hold on. She got. Hold on, lady. Hold on. Group thinking right now. Hold up.
Going back
He's
to the
only
traditional,
sharing
right?
dick. That's it.
No!
What?
God damn. Somebody.
Hey. All
How
I'm
many
saying
no's is it gonna take?
Hey, you gonna miss out.
Why is he still on the phone?
You gonna miss out on a lot of rich niggas.
Because you're
gonna
cheating.
miss out.
We not missing out on nothing.
You're gonna miss out on a lot of rich
At all.
niggas.
We not missing out on
I like
nothing.
this. I like it. Ladies, y'all one at a time. Let him and whoever you want to go back and forth with.
You're gonna miss out on a lot of rich niggas.
Are you trying to convince me?
Trent, turn it to them.
I'm not trying to convince you. I'm just letting you know the
Tricks.
reality.
Well, we said no. What other answer do you want?
All right, so you just gonna settle for a dude who don't make it?
no.
How is it settling?
I
Settling is
think-
choosing to stay with the man who's cheating on you every day
Right,
just because he's paying your
absolutely.
bills.
Where your
That's settling.
standards at?
No,
Exactly.
no,
We got
Hold on,
different
ladies.
standards.
Hold up. Go ahead, caller.
no.
Talk to me.
Settling, baby. Settling, honey, is crying in a Mazda Miata. Settling
crying,
is crying in a
though?
Mazda
Who's
Miata.
crying, though? Who is crying though? Like, we had already had this conversation.
Would you rather cry in a Mazda Miata or a Rolls Royce?
I would rather cry in neither.
Cry at all.
I don't want to cry. Don't want to cry.
All right. Calm it down. Alyssa, go ahead.
The problem with this question
Hold on,
is that
you got
you
a fork?
think the problem with this question is that you think we can't provide our own nice ass shit. Like, we'll always need you guys to be
That was my
showering us
question,
with
though.
everything. You don't hear me
I was
talking,
just
bro?
wanting to see where y'all head was at.
You don't hear me talking?
But
And
obviously,
we told you where our head was, sir.
You don't hear us talking?
y'all ain't on a higher level, but I understand.
What did you drive? What does he drive?
Please get Kevin Samuel.
What does he drive? What does he drive right now? So y'all, what do you
Ladies. One at a time.
Listen.
ahead.
If you
Finish
have
her.
so much fucking money,
look.
go ahead and
Hey,
cash
look,
up
it's
us
simple.
right now.
Simple. You got two choices in life. Deal with a guy.
What do you drive right now?
Ladies, one at a time. One at a
Alright,
time.
I'm just letting you know your choices.
I'm
baby.
getting
You
little
got
dick
two
energy.
choices in life. Deal with a guy with an
That's it.
average income, or deal with a rich nigga who you gonna share.
We said no.
We don't share. We don't share.
We don't want to
No for
share.
no.
Most of them said they won't
This ain't
share.
nothing about taking no for no. This is about who are you gonna
It's
choose.
no for no.
It is because we've said no 10 times. No.
Damn, you don't want the answer, homie.
Wait, hold on. We got one person. Go ahead. I know you wanted to say
So
something.
you just gonna stay single.
Oh,
I'm
it's not-
gonna say no.
Said I was just
Choose
gonna-
one, baby. You gotta choose one.
I said no.
Okay, look, at
At this point, the nigga can't say.
I'll
the nigga
choose
can't say.
average. Listen.
Okay, hold on. Caller. Relax for a second. Yeah, ladies. All right.
This is the answer he wants.
Cool.
I'll choose
That's all I
average
wanted to
and
hear.
happy over rich and fucking cheating and sad and like yeast infections because he's fucking another bitch.
And you know what? It's so
Answer to be yes so bad.
This shit about to go viral.
It's so
I don't want
easy.
the answer to be yes. I want you to answer, pick a choice.
We are You know what though? I think. Listen.
No, it's not a choice.
I think. Listen, I think it's so hard.
Trent, keep changing it
No,
to
it's
everyone's
not.
Trent,
thing.
put it on me, Trent. I think it's so hard for you to
No, it's
fucking
not a choice.
understand because
You got a
you
choice,
listen.
bro.
Shut the fuck up.
Average and happy.
Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. I'm not done talking. I think it's so easy.
Hold on. Everybody be quiet. Everybody be quiet.
Shut
Even the
the fuck
caller. Everybody.
Ain't nobody talking about taking up pussy.
Everybody. Caller.
Rapey vibes.
Relax.
Shut the fuck up.
All right,
Ain't nobody talking about
Alyssa.
taking no pussy. Stop playing.
Shut your ass up.
Alyssa, go ahead.
Listen, I think it's so easy for you to not take our answers because
You don't like it.
you
Don't want to hear it.
don't
Don't want to hear it.
you prefer the money. We move with emotion as much as we don't want to agree to that. We do. We move different. We are motivated by different factors, and you can't expect us to not want to choose love and pick money. Like just because you guys want to put us in a category where women are always fishing for what you can give us, like you don't understand. We choose love over anything else because that's the only thing that will last.
Well,
I need a translator
pause.
'cause I can't
Happy.
hear a word
Well,
what he's saying.
And I'm married and I'm happy. So like I don't. How many no's are you gonna need to get it through your head?
Well, he wasn't looking for a no or yes. He was just looking for you to pick a side. That's
We
his
picked the
point.
side. We picked the
Take the love
side.
side. Okay.
Average and happy.
It was
Okay.
two options. But
Yes, average and happy is what majority of them
You
want
want
to
us
pick.
to be gold diggers so bad, like
Period.
damn.
Yep.
Damn.
All right. Well, thank you, caller, in this motherfucker.
I just
Oh,
wanted
thank
you to
him.
Respectfully, hang up the phone.
No, I can't. But thank you,
respectfully,
thank you
you're
for
gonna
your,
be single.
thank you for your call.
Period.
Sydney called me.
Thank you for your call, and I'm gonna hit you up.
Oh my god.
He said
All right,
she
peace
gonna
out.
be
All
she
right.
gonna be
Peace.
single,
All
but
right,
she's
see y'all.
engaged, baby.
Peace.
She's engaged.
Bye.
Woo!
God damn it.
Damn, they want to talk to us.
No, they want to talk. They want to talk. All right.
They're
Well,
so
thank you
mad.
guys for watching. Let me get your final thoughts and your IG. We're gonna actually start on this side. So, give me your
I am
IG
angry.
and your final thoughts. This side. Yes. Boom.
Y'all.
Yeah.
Angie.
She's lost.
She lost.
My final thoughts on everything.
Yes. Final thoughts and then your IG.
Dang, what is my IG? Okay, so my IG is Ange, ANG _, and then get it from Alyssa. Get it from Alyssa. But
Okay. Okay.
anyway,
Next.
I just came from like a spiritual cleansing from like social media.
Okay.
But what my overall thoughts on everything, you see, I was quiet.
Mhm.
You know,
100%.
I'm very introvert. Like the topics, I'm both sides. I'm with both sides. So
Okay.
that's how I feel.
Okay.
With everything,
And-
I agree to some things.
On one side and then okay.
Yeah,
I got
so
you.
that's how I feel. And when I need to be quiet, I be quiet. So that's how I feel.
And her Instagram is Ange, ANG _24 MJ.
Okay. I'm gonna put that in the description. All right. Next.
My Instagram is sincerely Sky, and my final thought is like, I probably honestly shouldn't have been right here reading these comments the whole time. They're fucking hilarious.
Yeah.
But we have some crazy, like, wild, warped perspectives on shit. And so much of this is like surface level
They
shit
ready to
that
yeah.
don't mean nothing, you know? So it's like,
Wait. Hold on. What do you
I
mean?
don't know what y'all
No.
talking about.
What do you mean? When you say surface level, what do you mean?
it's just a lot of stuff that we've been talking about that's not like, I don't know, and maybe that's people's real experience. So I'm not trying to, dismiss anybody's like actual experience. But
Mm-hmm.
there are a lot of women out here that's not out here just looking for men with money. There are a lot of people out here that, are willing to submit for the right man. There are a lot of people like I don't know. Yeah, there's a disconnect for me,
Mm-hmm.
and and that's fine. That's it for me. Thanks.
Okay.
Oh God. All right. Well, I think I spoke a lot. I feel like my perspective has been
Communicated,
established.
yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
It goes back to the 50-50. I'm reading these comments as well too, and these are just like, these are making my night.
They love Alyssa.
We
though.
don't
Let's
address
just-
these comments
Oh,
unless
I
they're
know.
super
I
chats.
haven't been,
Alyssa,
which
you're a
is very
favorite.
good. But in my perspective, it just comes down to not submissive, not making more money, not for sex. It just comes to a 50-50. All women are asking is you give what we give, we take what you take, whatever, all of that, all of it together. It's a 50-50. We're not going to be submissive if you're going to be a dick. If you're a dick, we're not going to be submissive. It's just point blank. Just the same as sense of that guy asking a question and we gave him a no answer and he still didn't get it through his thick head. It's just like, that's the stuff that we have to kind of like work through, and that's why we're so masculine. In these
Let me push back on that.
Yeah.
So when you say that,
Yeah.
shouldn't it be on you guys to say, instead of no, hey, I wouldn't choose a person because of just money, I would choose love, and that be the answer versus just saying no?
Yeah.
No, but that's the thing. That's what I'm saying. It was.
Okay.
And he still didn't accept that. So it comes to a point where it's like, there's too much barking. There's too much he say, she say. If you have a straight answer of no, that should be enough. And that's where the issue lies, right?
Okay.
If you have a straight answer and that's still not enough, that's a deeper rooted issue.
And they want to know why we can't be feminine. Why we gotta
so we
be
have
masculine.
to compensate for that. So my perspective from this whole conversation is
Right.
we are moving towards a world where women are more masculine because we have to overcompensate for the lack thereof.
Okay.
That's all we're asking. If you show us that there is this masculine energy from the male population, where we will submit if treated correctly.
Okay.
Same sense as men that want to be treated correctly as well and not just be used for money or physical physique or cars or whatever. We're asking the same in return.
Okay.
That's
Okay.
it.
You guys can follow me at.
And did you say your Instagram?
It's Miko NT, and you guys can figure out how to spell that.
Okay.
You guys can follow me at Alyssa_Zenitram.
Period.
Personally,
Sorry, go ahead.
personally, I just feel at the end of the day, we need to move with more respect. That's all I have to say. And I will apologize for telling that guy to shut the fuck up because that was bad on my part. But I do feel that if we move with more self-respect for ourselves and for other people, that this could just go more smooth, you know?
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
Excuse me. All right, so my Instagram is I__SHEA, Shay, like butter. And
What the fuck?
honestly, yeah, that's the best way to spell it.
Okay,
Okay.
Shea Butter.
Okay.
Honestly, my kind of final thoughts is this was very interesting. Me personally, I love men. I love dick. You know what I mean? I'm strictly for the dickly. Women are just as fucked up as men are. You know what I mean? It's here or there. It was kind of interesting to hear like everybody's like
Perspectives and shit.
perspectives and shit. Yeah, and definitely seeing the men in these comments are definitely like choking me up right now. They got it's definitely funny, but listen, to each his own. Like who you like. Drop them if you don't fuck with them. Keep it pushing and yeah, just be happy. That's it. At the end of the day.
Okay.
Okay. My Instagram is valid.na. That is valid.ny. My take on this whole podcast.
Or final thoughts in general, or comments or questions, or if you got smoke with any of the panelists, any of that, all of that.
No smoke. I just feel like common sense is not as common
Yeah.
No, seriously.
nowadays as it should be.
Okay.
I would just leave it at that.
Okay.
Well, my Instagram is jadabest.h. It's JAYDABAST.h. One big period. Follow it now. Anyway, I think my whole take on it is the whole 50-50 thing and women holding themselves accountable and men holding themselves accountable. Because I feel like if we both do the same thing, life would be so much better. But yeah, I got nothing else to say.
Okay. All right, let's address these super chats and close the thing out. All right, King. All right, King says the right question is, would you accept cheating 3 times a year? Hold on, ladies. Relax. Thank you. Cheating 3 times a year from a rich, good man, or cheating 1 time every 5 years from an average, good man. 95% will cheat. You ladies look beautiful, by the way.
Thank you. Thank you for the beautiful part.
Is that
But
the same guy that called
no.
us?
No, huh? I don't think so. It could be. I'm not sure.
I'll
Could be
take
the same
no
question.
cheating for 500.
Okay.
For what?
What about you? Matter of fact, let's just go down the line.
Wait,
Let's go down the line.
Did he say for like 5 years? Is that what he said? Once every 5 years?
They both going to cheat, but one is going to cheat 5 years and he's average. The other one is going to cheat 3 times a year, but he's rich.
What are these questions? What the hell? No. I mean, it's not gonna work either way. Because
Okay.
like she said earlier, like we hold ourselves up more than, what people typically think of us. But I mean, it's not gonna work for me. I don't know what they think, but it's gonna work for me.
So you?
I'm gonna just be single.
But if you had to choose, which one would you choose?
If I had to choose, I wouldn't choose.
Right, wouldn't choose.
Okay.
So either way, we're gonna choose. I'd rather be rich and cheated on than
Okay.
average. And
I guess we pick it a Rolls Royce, girl.
the Rolls Royce.
Okay. Same to you?
Sorry, I was like, that's a beautiful perspective. You see the different ones, and these men are thinking we're all thinking the same thing, but it's like there's different perspectives.
Yeah. Alyssa, did you answered?
Yeah.
Okay. You saying probably the one that cheats less,
We
correct?
taking the Range Rover.
All right, let's move on to the next. All right, where is it at? What is this? Precise says, love does not last forever. It's conditional. For example, y'all are just said that if your man is unfaithful, y'all will break up, and we all have conditions. What are y'all thoughts on that?
Period.
Yeah, I agree. Everything is conditional.
Screaming into the mic.
Everything is conditional.
Question is still being asked. It's like if you cheat, it's not worth it.
Y'all need to go to sleep.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
The question is asked because women.
Yeah.
Hey, let me finish, ladies. All right, because women typically choose the guys that continuously cheat over and over again. The guys that have the money, the guys that have the options, the guys that's 6 feet tall and plus money, whatever,
So we're
etc.
talking about Khloe Kardashian, is what you're saying.
I don't know nothing about. I don't watch that stuff, so I don't.
Either. I don't know what you're talking about.
Okay, but we just talking about, generally speaking. What men are seeing is that women are going for a specific type of guy. That's the guy that is cheating, that can get options, etc. Versus the average dude that makes average money, that does average things.
I don't even think it's about the man.
Okay.
I really just feel like once you're comfortable with that person, you let down guards that you can't let down with someone new.
Okay.
And so it's certain things that when you're in a relationship for a long time that you may take, maybe you shouldn't take it, but you take it the first time, hoping that you can get back on track, hoping that that spark is still there, still hoping. I feel like it's just a hope. It's a fear to let a person go when you've known them for a long time.
That and plus, like, sometimes it depends on us and where our self-love is and what our necessities are in that moment. You know, like, how secure am I with myself in order to accept these things, you know?
Okay. All right. And we can end it on that note. Thank you guys for watching. If you guys want to follow anybody that's in this panel today, their link will be in the description below. Join the Patreon army. And thank you guys for calling in. We out. Peace.